the free subscription, the £15 a month one sort of thing. So I
Yeah.
don't need it for anything else. I don't need more than 40 hours. No, sorry, 40 hours. It's unlimited hours a month. I don't need more than 40 hours storage a month because I get
Definitely
to
not.
them after a while. Then they're on YouTube anyway. So,
Yeah.
but it's good that the font's changed. I wish they StreamYard would do that.
Yeah, it looks better.
Yeah.
I did change the red to green as well. I thought, oh no, I like the red. It's
Yeah.
it's nice and neutral.
Absolutely.
So
I think it gets your attention. The red does. Like, oh, there it is.
Especially when it's
you
YouTube. It
see,
goes together with YouTube, doesn't it?
colors give you a they got a psychological thing to them. Red is more of an aggressive color.
Yeah.
But the red on here is just symbolizing, because you're Christians, Jesus' blood. So that's why I got the red, and it's eye catching.
Yeah,
I would have used green or blue, but because that's more of a relaxing tone color. But it doesn't attract as much as the red would attract.
No, red does attract. I mean, I've got red in my logo, obviously, because it's in my Pateron, isn't it? But I like purple. I change between red and purple a lot, on my the accents that I've got on there.
Ryan, you in twice
He's
now,
in here
mate?
twice. How'd that happen?
He does this all the time. He did it to me as well. He come in twice.
Yeah. But yeah, let's look what the topic is tonight, guys. Because I was thinking last night, chat with Rachie.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking, like, no matter how much we show them things like the definitions or the geometry or whatever, they won't accept it. So I was thinking, like, what's wrong with these people? Do you really have to throw every kind of fact away just to suit your belief system?
Well, that's what they do.
That it's so bad that you have to literally be called retarded constantly because you're so slow.
Yeah, I mean, look at Coriolis. They throw that under the bus when it suits them. You know what I mean?
Oh.
But yeah, it's sad. Huh? Sorry?
I like the beard. It looks good on you.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, my wife doesn't like the beard.
The hair's coming back too. I see why.
Mine doesn't like mine either. I don't know why. I think it looks good, but she don't like it.
Well, I don't like beards myself. I just never have them. I've tried a goatee once, and it's just not me.
Look, it's gonna end up irritating me because it's only been like a week and a half's beard.
Mm-hmm.
So when it does irritate me after the second week, I'll probably get rid of it again.
Definitely.
I think the longest I've ever had a beard is a month.
What I do is I just keep it like at a 1 or a 2, and I just keep it trimmed that way, and just trim it every other day, and then it doesn't itch like that. You get used to it after a while. But yeah, I know what you mean though.
But yeah, it's weird. So we got 21 votes. Will we ever get honest anti-flat earthers to debate? 19% seem very optimistic about it. They say yes. No, 52%. Those are realists. And I hope so. 19% also optimist, and then never 10%.
Well, it'd be nice.
Yeah. So the line is open if anybody wants to come and discuss any Globies again. Just don't expect me to be the one to discuss tonight because I have other panels members and they're more than happy to chat as well. I think I got enough frustrated last night.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah. So how was the party, Roger?
It was short. She didn't do much, but she did kill a cake. She crushed it, like pounded it into the table, just all over herself.
You had your grandkids birthday party, did you?
Yeah, her first birthday party. You know how kids are in cake. She just dove right into it. Yeah, we got her own little cake for her.
Yeah, smash the cake. We did that with all our children on their birthday. We also had smash the cakes. With my son, we did like a James Bond theme. With my other daughters, the one was like almost like a Minnie Mouse fairy theme, and the other one was Barbie. They actually enjoyed it a lot.
And we did a Barbie theme with her. She had a little Barbie dress and everything too, and a little tiara. So.
But yeah, Jeff says that's not a beard. No, if you look at Jeff's beard, that's definitely not a beard.
This is a beard.
That's no beard.
I used to have a goatee at a stage that I actually flatted it.
Like this one?
Yeah.
Mine's all white though. That's the problem. It's not
I
gray
have
anymore.
to say, I haven't got one grey hair yet, so that's a good thing.
I haven't, not on my head. On my beard. If I grow my beard in,
yes.
grow my beard in.
But like I said, my brother, he's 2 years younger than me. He started getting grey hair. He can't grow a beard. It's like bum fluff. It takes a year just to get a bum fluff mustache. But he's got like Elvis Presley hair.
I did when I was a kid, but then it just started falling out on me, so I had to give up on it. I had beautiful locks until I was.
My brother lost all his hair. Oh, that's nice. My brother lost all his hair by the age of 8, dude. It all fell out.
Let's see.
Yeah, I know.
I found a video from a Glober. I don't know this channel, but I want your guys' first impressions. Okay.
Oh boy, I can already tell you right now what I
What on earth?
And then you're going to. This is why I thought, what's wrong with these people?
What on God's green earth, man?
This guy, yes, it's a guy.
Yeah.
A flat earther gave me severe insomnia.
Oh, I see.
Oh, did you get
That's the name of the video.
Oh, got his feelings hurt. That's too bad.
But don't you guys see a pattern forming here with anti-flat earthers, though?
Just a small one.
I just can't put my finger on it. What is that pattern?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Yeah, we got to come up with a title.
They say that all flat earthers are potheads, so maybe all anti-flat earthers are whatever this is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Identity crisis much?
Maybe. Or gender problem.
Yeah. But listen, this is so... wow.
Hi everyone! You're probably looking at me and thinking, DJ, why are you making a video right now? You are not in the right headspace to be making a video right now. And you are right. The reason I'm making this video is because a few days ago I found a really, really, really bad tweet from a flat earther presenting this model about how the flat earth would work. And this model is so bad that even though I already made a short about it, it has been in my head for days, and it's literally kept me awake at night thinking about all the ways in which this model doesn't make sense.
God.
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
Whoa.
That is a wow comment.
The word.
So, what's your first impressions from this dude?
What can you say? They're just going to. I think this dude is just going to be somebody exactly the same as Brandon. To be honest, is it Brendan?
Brenda.
Whatever you want to call Brenda.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, but I don't. But just even that, like, did you listen to what was going on?
Well, that's my point.
I can't sleep because this guy that presented this
Because he
model
presented
is irritating
something
me
and
for days.
Yeah,
I don't like what he said. Take it down.
exactly. They're butthurt, insulted by the truth again, or insulted by something that doesn't suit them. Yeah,
Something's not right.
They're making a mountain out of a molehill, man. And mentally, I don't know why it's like straight to zero. Like
that's for sure, dude.
Look, I do agree that model that's being presented there is not correct. Okay.
It's not a precise model either.
No, it's not precise. It's got its ways to explain things. Okay?
Exactly.
It's just explaining duality.
People think this is a model we go by. You know, it's just to explain a certain few things. That's it. It's not something we're not saying. Oh, this is for sure what the flat Earth looks like and how it's laid out. You know what I mean? Crazy.
Exactly, but I mean, look how triggered he's getting. Saying he can't sleep for days. It's stuck in his head that someone would present this.
Yeah.
This is why we say these people have some weird sycophantic obsession with flat earthers and what they believe.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you care what a person thinks? Why?
I don't know. I don't care. I don't care what they think, for that matter. But their reactions are very telling. I can tell you that much right now.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna have a lot of these kind of videos tonight, probably. It's quite scary. Diving into the mind of an anti-flat earther.
So, first, I'm going to show you the short that I made, quickly debunking this video, and then I'm going to talk about all the other ways I've worked out that this model doesn't make sense. Let's go on to the short first. We have a new contender.
Hey, there he looks like a guy. Okay, well done.
Yeah.
of the worst flat earth model, here today brought to us by this flat earther named Luke on Twitter. Now Luke claims to have a model that is not nonsense, that explains everything about how the flat earth would work.
Wait. There, all it's saying from Luke is, here you go. Okay? With a kiss face and the... Okay, but I don't... How do we know what the context is here?
Exactly.
Oh, they got to see the sun and the moon in the model, so it doesn't.
No, but you understand what I'm saying? He's saying that Luke presented this saying this is a perfect model that explains everything. How can we trust that that's actually the truth? Because all it says, here you go, with some emojis.
Exactly. No.
Maybe he was just giving something for a one topic or to present something. Really weird. Usually you can show context of something instead of just saying something.
And this model shows the day and night in Antarctica and the Arctic.
Okay, look, on top here it says from this bikini, whatever. I would love to see anyone to show me a version of the flat earth which isn't nonsense. Okay, so this is his response to that. Okay. But that still doesn't mean that what he's saying compared to that guy's trying to make it out to be... Okay.
Well,
but yeah, I do agree what they're showing here is not an actual representation of the flat earth.
Yeah, so what do they call it Antarctica here? The whole rim around it? I don't think that's what Antarctica is.
But also the sun and moon don't really look like that. The shadows.
No.
Not,
like I said, he's put a GIF up, and for all you know, it was probably just a joke.
It could be.
Yeah. But I do think there is a lot of flat earthers out there that do themselves push a false flat earth.
They don't know what they're talking about for the most part. They don't really look into everything.
Yeah. Somebody put Calvinism. Nice.
By the way, guys, it's good to see you. Please hit the likes. Please hit the likes, share the show. We've only got 15 likes and 50 people watching. Something doesn't add up.
Oh, is Jeremy Bird in?
I did it.
I think I did.
I'm saying, is Jeremy Bird been in yours today? Jeremy Bird.
I actually want to shout out to Jeremy as well and Skeptic. I did shout out Skeptic for giving that PayPal. Thank you very much. But I want to shout out Jeremy Bird as well for a PayPal as well. You really are awesome, man. Really big blessings. You really did answer my prayers because I did need this funds. Yeah. Hopefully I can announce next week what's going on. I'm just waiting for the right time.
Can I do the same as well? Can I do the same? Jeremy sent me a PayPal. I didn't know. Even when I did my stream earlier, he must have did it last night. But when I did my stream today, I hadn't seen the PayPal, so I didn't shout him out. But yeah, Jeremy sent me a sent me a PayPal, told me to go get a pizza. So nice one, Jeremy. Bless you, man.
Yeah.
Jeremy, now you know why Jeremy told you to put your PayPal in the link, buddy.
Yeah, I know now. I know why. It took me months to do it. He kept asking me.
Yeah, I got him. The last membership I bought went to Jeremy, so it was nice. He got a membership.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, shout out. I can't say enough to everybody that does support. You guys are really, really awesome. So yeah, thank you guys.
Being synchronous, which they aren't, and most interestingly, it doesn't show either of them undergoing perpetual daylight in summer or perpetual nighttime in winter.
You do know that is just a GIF.
Yeah.
Literally just a GIF.
Which we know happens in the real Arctic and Antarctic. I know lots of people who have been to the Antarctic.
Not in the Antarctic. In the Arctic, yes, but not in the Antarctic. It's never been proven or shown. He just said in
because I used to work at the Antarctic.
Yeah, he says he used to work there, though. See?
Did he?
Puna, at Arctic Research Center.
He's a lion sack of poo-poo.
Poo-poo?
If he worked
have daylight.
This guy looks like he hardly came out of school, so I don't see how he worked there, though.
No, me neither. He looks really young.
Because he literally looked like he's still in school, or maybe just literally finished now. He practically looks like he's wet behind the ears, let's put it that way.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't have any facial hair, so he's definitely a child.
Arctic Research Center, and they will all attest to the fact that it is perpetually night in the winter. This model doesn't do that.
Really? Night in the winter? No. Whoever thought? PJ Cruikshank, been a member for 24 months. Can you believe it?
Crazy,
that's an insane long time.
I noticed it today when I commented in your
2 years? Oh my goodness. How can you stand? Oh, I'm kidding.
I know, 2 years membership. Crazy, isn't it? Crazy. I noticed it today when I was in Flatz's live when he was playing mine and Michael's interview in his premiere, played mine and Michael's interview. I noticed at then that my star had changed colour. I was like, I've been waiting 6 months for that to change.
There you go, Alan. 22 months for Alan. 22 months.
Yeah, thank you very much, PJ. I mean, being an alpha wolf, that's really awesome stuff, man. Really appreciate it. It says, God bless this channel and you all. Woohoo, thank you very much. You rock. And another one for 22 months from King Rooster Alan Norstrand.
Nice.
22 months for me. So he's 2 months away from 2 years as well.
Michael's on 2 years as well. He just hasn't put in his chat. He's like 2 weeks in front of me. So Michael will be 2 years as well.
I got a yellow star.
I appreciate you guys
I'm jealous.
so much. Thank you for being members. You guys rock. Have the likes gone up? Yes, we've gone up. Yay, 8 likes. Come on, guys.
Yeah, I put one in. I liked you.
Thank you very much. Just to let you know, if you click the like twice, it goes off.
Can we just dislike just to be different once in a while?
Right now, I'm linking.
So do it. Yeah. So let's make this the most unlight stream. How's that sound?
Yeah, I'm kidding, of course.
Oh, let me go take mine off. Hold on.
So what you do is you click it 3 times. So it goes on, goes off, and back on.
Okay, Dorothy.
PJ Cruikshank for his £5 super chat. Really appreciate it. Says, real one, channel support. I thought I was going to say channel support.
Channel. Like Chanel.
Chanel support.
But thank you very much for the support, man. You are awesome. Really, really appreciate it, man. Many blessings. And then we've got another member, Matthew Eastman, also been a member for 22 months. King Rooster says, everyone subscribe. Woo! Thank you very much.
He was a member
Matthew.
for 22 months. That's interesting. Awesome.
He forgot to put now in there. Yeah.
There's a lot of people subscribe for a long time actually on this channel. So yeah, I really do appreciate you guys.
I mean, I've been a member 22 months, but I subscribed long before that. You know what I mean? To about a year and a half, 2 years before that. Yeah. I've been a member since I started coming on the panel, so that's 2 years. 2 years.
Yeah. Can you believe time flies?
It does. It's crazy.
This is my second membership, I think.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Second membership. What do you mean second? Oh, right, because you got rid of it and it comes back. Right, okay.
Yeah. A new one.
Mine's been continuous from day one, I think.
Nice. They don't notify me every time it expires. I have to find out later.
See, well, mine just automatically comes out of my account. Automatically comes out of my bank.
Oh, so you set it to...
Yeah.
I should figure out how to do that.
This model is wrong and stupid and bad. Now, first, I want to point out that I live in Aotearoa, New Zealand, and Aotearoa...
Oh, no. Is he a planner walk?
They probably know each other, man. You never know.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Must be something in the water.
Yeah, could be. They're turning the frogs gay out here.
I don't know. I've got a feeling that people do this because it's to get attention.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're good.
I really do think they do this to get attention. Really weird.
They got mommy issues.
Pateron, New Zealand is shown by this map as being behind the moon, where the moon spins around the Earth. So based on...
Again, it's a GIF.
Yeah.
And it's showing a yin and yang.
They just don't get it, do they?
No.
Don't they ever have models to represent something that doesn't really actually look like it in reality or represent it in reality? It's just to do something on, to display something on, to I don't know, demonstrate something for people, you know? It's not always a scale model of something. Crazy.
On this, we in Aotearoa
know where the moon and sun are exactly in their cycle. So that's where I would put it in my model. Yeah. Me.
New Zealand should never be able to see a full moon, right? Except we do see a full moon, because this model is plainly wrong. You know what else is wrong? The fact that the sun...
You know what else is wrong? You couldn't even just get your words to be aligned with your mouth. Oh, it's irritating.
Is he wearing a brassiere? That's what I'm asking.
Robert Hunt. Right here, a person named Flatzoid accused others of seeking attention. Hello. Yes, if you're a guy and you're dressing up as a woman, that's usually called attention seeking.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, that's where I was heading with it.
Yeah, I'll time him out for 10 minutes. You can have one chance. One chance you can get timed out.
Well, he can come in and discuss with anybody on the panel if he wants to.
Of course he can. Of course he can. But I haven't banned him. I just timed him out for that crappy comment.
Yeah, just know tonight I'll be keeping quiet.
Yeah, he can still join.
Mm-hmm. So you can click that link, Robert, and you can come in, and then you can choose who you want to discuss. But I'm going to take a pass tonight because I've got a headache tonight based on the utter nonsense idiocy presented by Rachel last night.
It was terrible.
It was terrible. But I'm happy she came on and did that because it shows exactly why we say these anti-flat earthers are a joke. They're mental.
Yeah. My question is about yesterday is Sky wouldn't concede to any, she doesn't want to commit to like facts. That's what it seemed like to me. She doesn't want to get involved in it. I like her attitude. She's much better than Rachel. She can get mad or anything, but she just
Sky's he's still a glober, okay, and she's got a bit of cognitive dissonance. But I think what was happening, she understands she can't actually rebut it. If something says it's horizontal, it's horizontal. How are you going to really fight against it if you don't want to look dishonest?
So she's not going to say anything. That's basically what.
So she'll rather just play, okay, maybe it's meant this, but that's fine. I got nothing against that. But the issue I have is when you come in like Raichi and it says on screen it's horizontal and then wants to fight that horizontal's curved. Because literally on screen it's telling you it's horizontal and it's just ignoring it. That to me is dishonesty.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that is dishonest. Yeah, I agree.
The sun and the moon are consistently in the same position relative to one another as they orbit one another over the Earth. Under this model, what we should have is a gradual transition of phases of the moon across a single night that will be quite variable in appearance.
Again, this is a GIF representing yin and yang.
What's up with his hand movements, man?
He's excited. I mean,
very Karen-like.
He's got a lot of passion for a dude. I'm only teasing. I'm just teasing.
And maybe it's
depending on where you are in a planet.
Huh?
They're taking hormones or something, estrogen, something to counteract their male part. It's making them
HRT.
crazy. Yeah.
Why?
And you would expect the exact same phases of the moon every single night because the position between the sun and the moon is always the same. There's also no way for the Earth to get in the way between the sun and the moon, or any way for the moon to get between the sun and the Earth.
Do the cut.
Yeah.
Thank you, LJ, for your $2 super chat. Says it's real life Megan from Family Guy cartoon.
I kind of see it. Yeah. Oh, and he's a beanie on it. That's all you need.
Thank you very much, LJ. Really appreciate it. You rock. But yeah, I'm sorry. There's just no argument given here other than this person is showing to have an identity crisis and doesn't understand a GIF is not to be taken seriously. Doesn't really show the intelligence of him, does it?
Not really.
Yeah, he's making clear assumptions here.
I was looking at the pattern on its shirt, and they're up at skulls and teeth and bones. No, there's look at it. There's skulls here.
Almost like an alchemy shirt.
Yeah.
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 I've never seen a pattern quite like that. There's a tooth up here.
So there is
check. Yeah, there's a shark, there's a bone, there's a fossilized scallop. Yeah, there's quite a few different bones. This is probably an evolutionist to tell you guys. Ouch.
no way.
Now looking at this, doesn't that sort of look like that gibbons?
It does.
Yeah, it does.
Huh.
To get an eclipse in this model. So we already have a whole bunch of different ways that we can easily debunk this model without even...
Again, it's not a model, it's a GIF.
using science. It gets worse. You see, in this model, both the sun and the moon are consistently above the Earth-shaped disk, which creates a serious problem, because we can clearly see at the sunrise and the sunset, the sun rising above the horizon and going below the horizon. And we also know that the moon does this too. So, how can that...
right to the sunset.
I'm going to make a prediction. This guy doesn't know how perspective works.
What's all over his shirt?
Well, we already answered that question.
That's what we asked, yeah.
I missed that part. I must have been talking.
Yeah.
But I mean, so in other words, this person doesn't understand how perspective works. If something is still going in a circuit and it goes away from you and comes towards you, it appears to rise and appears to drop.
True.
Yeah.
that happen on this flat Earth model, wherein...
maybe this is just satire.
Maybe.
Maybe this is just a guy making a joke about Globers. I don't know.
Yeah. Because sometimes I've made that, like, I've gone for a serious topic, got a video for it, and not really looked at the video because I don't. I only watched a couple of minutes of it. And then when I got into it, I realised, he's just messing about. You know what I mean? Messing about. Done that before. But it's still important to
the
bring
sun
up.
And the moon.
Yeah.
Still important to bring up the
Moon are
No, I was just repeating what I said.
Now it looks like he's doing the YMCA.
It does. Maybe he likes the YMCA.
Okay, that's the thing. Perspective is actually taught in school, but it's only perspective drawing, and these people don't want to take it further and see how the perspective drawing can get initiated into optical phenomena in real life. They don't want to take it that far.
The
Or they
holographic
don't
Earth.
understand how. This is McToon and Brenda's daughter.
Yep. That was a good one.
Hey, Dave. Good to see you, David.
Constantly above the horizon. You can't have this. I've seen other flat Earth models.
Whoa. That's the same argument McToon makes. Please don't tell me you listen to McToon. Because that would explain a lot.
Bro, I told you, he's the kingpin. He's the dude. He's the man. Well, I know he worked for somebody else, but, he's the one that's passing it out.
Yeah, he's got all the info on his site, so they go to McToon's site and like, oh, this is what the cause is. They'll parrot it off just as quick.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Lev, good to see you. See, Lev says the same thing as us.
Yeah.
He's just got in. He says exactly the same. Identity crisis.
He uses the yin and the yang all the time, doesn't he, Lev?
Yeah, Lev is for yin and yang and stuff. He's like the frequency king.
Frequency king.
But I mean, like I said, this is just a GIF. It doesn't even look like the guy was very serious in his comment, because he put a blow a kiss emoji with 3 facepalm emojis. It could be a joke, mate.
Attempt to have the sun and the moon orbiting vertically so that it makes sense. And I've even seen one very bizarre.
Okay, I got someone in chat. Amram Astam. At Earth Awakenings, the flat earthers were advocating for abortion rights. Not a single flat earth defended the unborn child. Sorry, this is nothing to do with abortion, and abortion has got nothing to do with if you believe in a flat earth or not. But me personally, and I'm sure my panel feels the same, we are against abortion.
Absolutely against it. And that not every flat earther believes in the same God as we do. They believe in a creator. Some don't believe in Jesus Christ. So some might not have the same morals. You know what I mean? So yes, I certainly do not advocate for abortion at all. Definitely not. And if they do, that's up to them. But I don't agree with that opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I would completely agree. I do not agree with abortion. I think it's basically just murder. You don't
Absolutely.
have a choice.
It is.
Yeah. It's got nothing to do with flat earth or not. So It's weird that the person wants to try and rope all flat earthers now into a Discord group.
Yeah, that don't make any sense.
A flat earth model in which the sun and the moon rise in and out of the sea to try to make this
using another GIF which is based literally on Strawman from a Glober. A Glober made this GIF.
Oh right, no doubt. Of course we did.
So it has to be satire.
Mm.
It has to be.
I think it is, because he just said something about the sun and moon orbiting vertically. So it said something about orbiting vertically then. So
crazy. I mean, think about it. Maybe 20 years ago, even maybe 15 years ago, if you had to walk up to a person like this, you're going to think that person should go to a mental asylum.
Yep, either that or they're trolling. Yeah, messing about or something like that. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, 20 years
ago, it's the norm.
Yeah, of course.
Today, these people get praised for being so stupid. It's like, what's going on?
They're trying to make us look bad, I think. That's really what it is.
It's like crazy.
Makes sense. But trying to have it so that they're both above the earth at all times means that it's completely impossible for either of them to go over the horizon. All we should see is...
Do you know what diffraction limit is? Probably never heard of it. Well, how about limiting angles? What about foreshortening? What about compression? How about refraction? There's so many words we can throw at you. Perspective, like we said earlier, that will show a object above the surface only appearing to go below the surface. It's not literally below the surface.
It's not complicated either.
No. But I do think it's complicated for these people because they think horizontal curves. Anybody that thinks horizontal curves is definitely not smart enough to understand why the sun only appears to go below or beyond the horizon. Simple fact.
They didn't look at the definition of what a horizon is neither, I don't think.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the definition of horizon itself already debunks a globe.
Is the sun getting bigger and smaller and the moon getting bigger and smaller as we transition from day to night, according to this model. But that's not what happens. And then if you think about this even further, you have to find yourself asking the question, how did day and night even work on this model? The reason...
Just like that.
Look at the music.
What's wrong
with this? What the music too? They changed it really fast.
Yeah, again, it's a GIF.
It sounds
Doesn't
like
even know
adult
what a
movie
GIF is.
background.
It's literally just a graphic interlaced format. So it's literally just a moving picture.
Moving picture, that's it. A few moving pictures, isn't it? Pretty
Yeah,
much.
it's layered pictures on one of another, just going in loops.
They just turn
That's
it,
it.
like,
That's,
they turn it so many degrees and then, yeah.
That's what Tumblr used to do, isn't it? Moving pictures. Tumblr.
Gives you well, all screens do that. They give you the
Yeah.
effect that it's turning when it's not really turning.
That's true. That's what TV is. Moving pictures, isn't it? Really? Yeah, true.
But I mean, this guy's taking a GIF comment and taking it very seriously.
Mm.
He's lost sleep over it for days. He can't understand how people would present this to him. Literally, you can see the comment looked like it was a joke.
Yeah, that show's got loads of stuff on it. Fossils. You know what I mean?
But he's losing sleep on it.
I think it's an
Poor
archaeologist.
baby.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
loads of stuff on it.
Paleontologist.
Paleontology.
Yeah,
Yeah.
paleontology. That's it. I was thinking it was an archaeologist kind of thing, like theme, but yeah, paleontology looks more accurate. Yeah, it is.
that we have day and night is that the sun isn't, facing the side of the Earth you're on at night. But in this Earth, the sun is always above the flat.
That's all this guy's going to talk about constantly.
Blah, blah. Yeah.
Oh, triangles.
They don't want this
And the sun.
And his music is so damn loud you can hardly hear him.
It's weird that they just think that if the sun is above a flat plane always and it never sets, that it would light up the whole Earth. They keep thinking about like putting their stupid globe physics together with a flat Earth. They just mix the two and say, oh well, flat Earth with a 93 million mile sun. You know what I mean?
It's gotta be wrong.
Yeah.
It's like a disco here. I'm telling you, I like the music so far.
And burned my eyes out in doing so because it was around 80 degrees. Now, obviously, that's just this specific time of day, but we can use this to calculate the distance between the sun and the Earth at this time.
Huh?
No, he's
Sorry.
Great.
How does he
can you tell me that green line?
Something's wrong with that dude.
The horizontal, is that what you're looking at?
Yeah, I know something. That
This one
green
down here at
line.
the bottom, yeah.
What is that? A curved line or a flat horizontal?
Looks flat to me.
Yes, it does.
Maybe it
Yeah,
curves
but
a bit.
It fits your name. You're asking for attention, Flatzoid. You got a flat line, Flatzoid, flat.
Flat.
But yeah.
Guys,
Yeah.
I'm going to leave you. I'm going to take off. I got to go to the Wally Mart. I'll see you guys later. I'll be listening.
Hey,
Cheers,
Wally
man.
Mart.
Thank you for
Good work,
coming.
bro.
Hopefully you find Wally.
I'll keep looking for him. He's not Discord, is he?
Where you're from, it's Fine Walden, isn't it?
Walden.
Sam Wall.
Walden, isn't
No, it's
it?
just Sam Wall.
Walton family.
Mm.
Yeah. All right.
Well, oh no, it's Where's
Sam
Walden.
Walton.
Where's Walden? Yeah. Mm.
All right, guys. I'll see you.
Cheers, man. Thanks for coming.
No problem.
Okay, so anyway, you see this 80 degree. That is based on two straight lines, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Huh.
Every single time.
That's weird.
And how do I know
Does
that?
the globe have those two straight lines?
You gotta have it, otherwise it doesn't work.
Really hard.
Of day using some really basic trigonometry, which I have presented on the screen here. This takes barely any time at all, it's just primary school level maths. Based on my calculations, the sun in this model would have to only be between 1,800 and 1,900 kilometers away from Earth.
Kilometers away. Kilometers away. Okay.
He must have misspelled it and he just read it that way.
Matthew Senko
How do you misspell inches? Or I mean, of all the words you would
kilometers.
It's 5 letters, bro.
Well,
like,
he sees the KM there. He sees the KM there, kilometers, and he says, what does M stand for? Meter. Kilometers.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, yeah, there you go. That's what it was.
I like what Matthew Senko said.
Yeah, he's doing the Freudian slip over it, right?
Matthew Senko says, it puts the lotion on the skin, or it gets the globe again.
Wow.
Okay. There's an app for that.
Okay, so yeah, it's just about that gift the whole time. That's sad. Okay. Because I can't watch this anymore.
After that, you guys are able to vote on what video you want next from this channel. Options include a video on prehistoric planet again, also some more videos on dinosaurs, or videos on maltology, the bizarre pseudoscience conspiracy theory. Whatever you want. If you want to subscribe to Patreon, you're able to vote on it.
I think the next video you should give is you going to see a physician.
Please do. I'll go if you go.
Wow. That hurt my brain.
Every time it does, yes.
Got to be a little satire in it, surely.
You have to make fun of it. It's the only thing you got left, except to just stare at the wall and go, wow. You know? I mean, I'd rather make fun of it.
That's it.
Let's see if we can find some more.
Conference
Do any real globers actually exist, though? Like, are there any out there that really think they have evidence? Because
I'm starting to wonder.
Because everything they bring is always just an argument against something we claimed already, isn't it? It's like never their own stuff. It's never their own, like, this is absolutely proof, right? They never come in with anything like that. You would think that if you were backing something, right, anything in a debate or whatever, even if you weren't even in a debate, if you just, if you either believe in religion or you believe in God or you don't, right? There is no, like, in between, is there?
I wouldn't say so.
But there is no debate. Like, you start the debate, and what happens is generally they want you to go first, right? Or they'll say something about it, but they'll just usually say, well, you guys are wrong and you guys are stupid. And it's really just the same thing every time. It's like, I guess if I was trying to defend something I knew was true, or I knew, however you say that, if I was trying to defend the fact that I was telling a lie, I guess that's the only thing I would have either. But that's what bothers me, is that they make it so obvious that that's just all they have. And why do they do that? It doesn't make any sense.
I know.
Does it?
I just seen a message from Kick in the side. Where in StreamYard where you're meant to get the YouTube comments. Well, for me, it's not working at the minute. It's just got a bit. It's like all the avatars are enhanced, and it was going on about a Kick deal. Going on about a Kick deal.
It's just a spam. It's a spam bot. I get that quite a lot.
Right, because I couldn't see it in the chat, and I'm like,
you get 1,000 views and you get money, or $1,000 or whatever. It's like,
Aiden Ross tries to get people to come to Kick all the time, doesn't he? But he's allowed to do that. He's allowed to give them offers of money and all that, which he's just done lately. But he was one of the first ones on Kick, wasn't he, Aiden Ross? Rich as hell now because of it. But they ain't got much morals, Kick. Not much morals at all. Not that a platform can have morals, but you know what I mean. People behind it.
Marbles. I got some marbles somewhere.
Do you guys have any video you want to go through? While we wait for callers to come on.
Vicky's just messaged me saying the new Bob Marley movie is out now, baby. I'm like, I seen it months ago.
Yeah?
Yeah, the new Bob Marley movie. I seen it months ago.
Let me look in here and see if I got something I can You guys.
I haven't watched the movie in a long time, to be honest.
Oh, I watched the new Ghostbusters the other day. It's ridiculously crap. Rubbish.
Is it really? I almost watched it the other day, and
Oh, it's garbage, dude. Anything after
is it a series
Ghostbusters
now?
2.
Is it a TV show now, or is it?
No, it's not a TV show. And they did obviously 2 in the 80s, but then in 2015, 2016, it became Catherine McCarthy, that McCarthy woman. Which
Girls, yeah.
Yeah, it was girls. And then they went back to the nostalgia
Children.
and made a family of Egon Spengler's family, like his immediate family. He died. Egon Spengler died, but now his family are Ghostbusters. But Bill Murray and all that came back into it, and Dan Aykroyd and that. They come in it, and it's pretty funny, I suppose, but it's nothing. It's nothing.
It's not. Well, yeah. The original movie is the original movie for me is the one. You know, like even though it was a silly movie, it was good. You know, for some reason it kept.
Slimer's back. The ghost is back. Slimer is back as well.
Yes, Slimer.
Yeah, he's back. He's back. But it's not brilliant, dude. Watch it, but it's not brilliant.
It's not.
I actually own it on Prime. Well, Vicky owns it on Prime. But yeah.
Right.
Did you guys see the movie Noah?
Yeah.
The 2014 version. But did you see the creation part that they put on?
Yeah, it was strange.
I have not seen it yet.
He had rocks working for him and everything, didn't he? Rock monsters.
Look, the graphics they did was very good. But what bothered me is they brought evolution into it.
Yeah, they did.
Which is not biblical.
No.
And they brought a globe earth into it, which is not biblical.
And they had rock monsters, rock stones helping them.
Yeah, it was literally looking like Lord of the Rings kind of thing.
Yes, fantasy.
It sounds like Never-Ending Story to me with the rock creatures.
Yeah, it was a bit like that.
Remember the rock crusher guy that ate rocks?
Mm-hmm.
Remember? That was pretty funny, dude. I love that movie.
But I like watching stuff that's to do with the Bible just to try and compare it. And it's the story is there, but it's a lot added. A lot added.
I want to go to where it starts in the beginning film. Okay. Roger Diddle, thank you for your $2 super chat. Says never seen a working model, a globe model in 5 years. Yeah, they don't have one model, and every time they try and present a model, it usually violates some natural law or some kind of physics that they had to make new physics up.
Of an infinite darkness.
What's this?
But the breath of the Creator fluttered against the face of the void, whispering, "Let there be light." And light was.
What's wrong there already, guys? That's not what the Bible said.
No, it doesn't.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth.
Yeah. And it was the Spirit was hovering over the face of the deep.
So he skipped that part, huh?
Skipped that part out.
Wow.
Yeah. He's like, it was just darkness.
Yeah.
And he said let there be light.
Yeah.
Light came afterwards.
Exactly. See, they're still pushing an agenda there.
Mm-hmm.
And it was good. The first day.
And in space.
In space, of course. It got all these galaxies. I mean, that's not even stars, they're all galaxies, by the looks of it.
We could look at one of Lev's videos.
And then the formless light.
Look, one thing I can say, like I said, is their VFX is done very well.
Oh, yes. All right.
Okay, it's done really good. But the authenticity of the story is not biblical at all.
It's the same when Exodus and Kings came out. I think it was Exodus and Kings with I think it was with what's his name again? From Batman, the from American Psycho, English actor, Christian Bale. Christian Bale, yeah. Yeah, I watched that as well because that came out around about the same time. But again, the story is very similar, but a lot added bits. You know, a lot of mythical stuff in it.
Yeah.
Light began to take on substance and shape.
Ooh.
Second day.
Second day.
And our world.
No. It's not what the Bible says either.
No. Off.
No.
Try to take on shape the second day. Nope.
No.
Separated the waters from the water.
Oh, man.
What the hell's wrong with people, dude?
They're writing their own Bible.
I guess so. They just make it up. I guess they figure that since everybody else is doing it and they're just making up their own religious aspects to add to their belief in Christ or whatever it is you want to call that, right?
You know what's sad about this though? I've actually had real anti-flat Earth ballers argue Genesis as creation based on this
Wow.
narrative being pushed out.
Wow.
Like they've been influenced by this movie.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Was born. A beautiful, fragile home. And a great warming light nurtured its days.
Oh, I see. I see.
One thing they did get right here, according to the heliocentric model, what is there first? The sun.
Sun, yeah. Right.
Oh,
Hey, Matthew, did anyone watch me fly to the moon yet? Yeah, I seen you do it, Matthew. I seen you do it, absolutely, bro. Without a vehicle, I just seen you doing it. I just flew straight
you
up
just
there.
hold your breath and close your eyes and count to 10, and yeah, you're
Absolutely.
there.
You're fine. You're fine.
You know, clap your heels together like in The Wizard of Oz, and you'll be there.
You're cool, man, all the way.
And a lesser light ruled the nights. And there was evening and morning. Another day.
Another day. Oh, okay. That was the fourth day.
It was.
Okay.
It was. Yeah, they're doing the sequence of days wrong here because they have to have the sun first.
Yeah.
And the waters of the world gathered together. And in their midst emerged dry land.
No. Where's the firmament?
Oh, aye, firmament, of course.
Uh-huh.
No firmament at all there. Wow.
Separating the waters from the waters.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going on about waters gathering together, but what about separating them first? Yeah.
I understand they want to make it as dramatic as possible, and they do believe in the globe, but I mean, at least be accurate to what the Bible says.
You know. And some of these actors claim to be Christians. I'm not saying Russell Crowe does, but I'm not sure. So you'd think if somebody came out with in the scriptures, in the script, it doesn't align with the scriptures, that they'd say, no, I can't read that because that's not what the scripture says. If I was an actor and they gave me a script saying that, and I would just not, I couldn't do it. You know, because I'd be lying. Yes, I know acting's kind of lying anyway, but when it's something to do with your faith, you're not going to lie about it, you know.
Another day passed. And the ground put forth the growing things. A thick blanket of green stretching across all creation.
The Milky Way was already there in the sky.
Yeah.
I thought that developed. Yeah, well.
And the waters, too, teemed with life. Great creatures of the deep that are no more.
Whoa.
So the team was life straight away. So the mix is weird. The mix and evolution there was just teaming with life, not about it came from this to this to this to this.
Well, this is going to happen. You're going to see now. They're going to have the amoeba, you know, becoming all the water, teeming with life, and then crawling out and becoming land mammals.
Exactly, that's the thing. God can speak things into existence. Why would he go through that process? Why would he say, "Oh well, I'll just make him, you know, grow over billions of years and, you know, make things not make sense"? It's silly. I mean, God can speak things. He speaks the world in existence. You know what I mean? Why wouldn't he just speak us into existence and give us life? Simple. You're not going to go through that silly process.
Yep.
Vast multitudes of fish, some of which may still swim beneath these seas. And soon, the sky was streaming with birds.
Oh.
And soon the sky was
Streaming with birds. So birds just popped out of nowhere as well.
Yeah, of course.
Fish popped out of nowhere. Birds popped out of nowhere.
Well, that's it. The fish, they're meant to be putting evolution in there, but the fish is still in the water at the same time the birds are in the sky. I thought there was no birds until the fish had walked out of the water. You know, I don't know. Is that not how it works?
The birds were going, yeah, come here, fishy, fishy, fishy.
Exactly. They just became enemies when they used to be the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it was morning, a fifth day. Now the whole world was full of living beings.
See?
Everything that creeps, everything that crawls, and every beast that walks upon the ground. And it was good. It was all good.
See?
but it was good. It should say he saw it and he said it was good, sort of thing. You know what I mean? Not
Yeah, but
saying
every word's actually being said. What he's saying
know.
is a version of. It's
Of
not
course.
written in the Bible.
No. No, it's a manipulation of scripture, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember seeing this.
It was light.
That's not what it
Found a
says.
video you might want to watch. It might explain some of this stuff.
Okay.
I'll post it for you.
And air and water and soil, all clean and unspoiled. Your plants and fish and fowl and beast, each after their own kind, all part of the greater whole, all in their place.
All in their place. Okay.
How can you have after their own kind when they were evolved? You know? Weird.
Yeah. It's weird. They still haven't given. I still want to know how he somehow puts evolution into creation, though.
Weird.
And all was in balance. It was paradise, the jewel in the Creator's palm. And the Creator made man.
Oh, and Creator made man.
And they glowed. And they glowed of gold.
By his side, woman, father and mother of us all. He gave them a choice.
He sticked out a fair bit.
The serpent. There we go. There's the serpent.
Yeah, but he wasn't already on the ground at this point.
Nope.
He wasn't already on
Remember,
the ground.
he had legs.
He did.
They were cursed to roam on the belly. That's why snakes came to be.
Yep, absolutely.
That's the curse of the serpent.
Yeah.
Follow the temptation
nice.
of darkness,
I did like that shot.
or hold on
Yeah.
to the blessing of light.
But we're
I do
glowing
love how they
beings.
don't give them hair or anything.
So when
That's
did we
quite-
stop glowing? Is that once
Sort
the
of
fall of
alien
man-
light,
Was that after we sinned we stopped glowing? Yeah, that must be.
probably. It's a
stopped-
glorified body, so
Yeah,
you know.
of course.
But they ate from the forbidden fruit.
Wow. Fruit is
See, they ate. Does it say that the serpent tempted Eve and then Adam ate after, or does it just say they ate of the fruit?
just said they ate. Well, according to this, it's just they ate of the fruit.
Which is
Their
true.
innocence
But it's not
is extinguished.
accurate.
Yeah.
And so for the 10 generations since Adam's sin has walked within us,
There you go.
brother against brother, nation against nation.
Well, you know what's also wrong there? Where in Noah's time, I'm sure there weren't no people with the AR-16s.
What there was an oh my goodness!
Watch this.
Oh,
Within
you
us,
Look at this.
brother against brother.
Okay, a rock. Yeah. It's kind of
nice.
This was after. This was like
Yeah, of
Caesar's time.
course.
The dagger and everything. That was even after Noah. Yeah, Romans after Noah.
Yeah,
Persians after Noah.
Babylonians.
Nation
Yeah.
against nation.
There we go. Look.
Oh,
Look. Yeah.
oh wow, Molotov.
Yeah. Definitely after Noah's time.
Man against creation.
Excellent.
Done really well though.
Oh, I do like how it's montaged.
Apparently, this scene took them a year to make.
Well, I could imagine. It was 2014.
That's
I mean,
very good.
It's a billion years ago, so 10
I'm
years ago.
definitely not saying anything wrong about the VFX. Really good, and it does
Oh,
definitely
it is good. How it
keep the
presents.
dramatic look to it.
Sure.
But as for authenticity of what the Bible actually says, missed the mark completely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when
Not
that
even
came out, I had to see it. Same as when Exodus, Gods and Kings came out, I had to see that as well to see how accurate they were. Yeah. And I think Exodus, Gods and Kings is the same. It's not as much like this. I did part.
Did you guys see the link that I posted in the chat there?
There's no link in the chat, mate. Oh, in the live chat.
Yeah.
I thought it was private. Okay.
I know.
Right.
I just put it in there because it was easier from my phone. Sorry.
5 signs you're battling with mental illness.
Yeah, I thought that might be appropriate. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
5 signs you're battling mental illness.
Nice.
Okay, this should be good.
Feeling different than your usual self lately?
Oh,
Maybe you've been irritable or unhappy almost every day for a good while, and it's really impacting your life and relationships.
that could be hormones too, by the way, and just stress. Doesn't necessarily means mental illness.
Mental illness can be harder to identify than physical illness, since you don't just feel a pain to signal something being wrong. If not caught early on, it's possible for you to continue to sink deeper into this negative mental health space.
You know, some people have mental illness and they aren't depressed or sad or anything.
Mm.
Some people are actually happy in their mental state. So, it's,
Absolutely.
This is why learning signs that you may be struggling with your mental health is so important. In fact, a 2007 study found that mental health literacy was one of the 4 ways to lead to more positive mental health outcomes.
what? Mental health literacy led to mental health positivity. No. What bullshit is that?
Yeah, well, it is.
What is literacy on mental health got to do with making people more helping people with mental health?
Why am I seeing things on my YouTube from Eduardo Agrisi? It's 10
Because he
hours
likes
ago
you.
at
Because he likes
Flatzoid.
you.
It says,
Because
it says at Flatzoid's perspective is still complaining that the
Wiki
removed
Flow.
Flaps Wiki. All right. Right. Is it good?
I reported him, by the way,
Ah, good.
because now he is doxing me because he's showing it to his audience.
Oh, you're joking. What an
He took a
absolute
screenshot of
bullshit.
it and showing that information out to everybody's audience and moaning that I'm moaning about it.
Well, absolutely.
So
going
Andrew
to
Johnson,
do that
yeah,
as
that's
well.
his name. That's Igwarsha. That's Andrew Johnson's one sock account. He's literally trying to dox me on YouTube.
Idiot. So was that was what our community post of his?
Yes.
Yeah. He's got less subs than me. Yeah, it
Poor
is. I'm
fella.
going to report it.
Poor fella.
Report.
Enough said.
But yeah, he is very buttered that he thought he had this brilliant chance to come and kill the flat Earth. And
What did you report it as? Hateful, abusive content, harmful or dangerous, misinformation,
I put it as harassment
harassment, right?
because there wasn't a thing I could put there as like showing, for doxing or other. Usually it always used to give a thing down there other, and then
Yeah.
you could give it, but it doesn't do
Yeah.
that anymore.
Yeah, right. I just put the same.
So hopefully they'll see when they see on there, okay, hello, it's this guy's showing my address. Well, not my address now, old address, which is attempting to dox.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here are 5 signs
Yeah.
you're battling mental illness. Number 1.
And yes, Andrew, if I read it out, it's not doxing, but it's doxing if you take it and you put it on your community post without my permission. That's called doxing.
Emotion and personality inconsistencies. Have you noticed yourself doing some odd things? Maybe a friend has pointed out some things you've said or done that aren't totally on brand.
Yeah, like calling horizontal curved. Sean Hawkins.
Nah.
This could take the form of changes in mood. Perhaps you know yourself to be calm and even-tempered, but lately you've been feeling irritable or anxious.
Again, that doesn't mean you got a mental illness just because you're irritable and frustrated.
No.
So I'm not going to say anybody should take what this person is saying as medical advice at all.
No.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to show any more of it. Just now I get like flagged for medical misinformation or something.
Oh, yeah. Anything.
I'm not going to take that chance. Thank you.
you.
Okay, so no Globies want to bite?
Huh.
Come on. I'm sure you guys can do better than what Rachie did last night.
Couldn't do worse, surely.
No.
And that is
Mm-hmm.
nothing.
Oh. Ooh, did they update it now? Oh, the Classics Physique. I've been watching the Olympia. Quite interesting results so far. My favorite, Derek Lunsford, is at least in the top 3 so far. So that's good.
Okay.
Crying is classified as a mental health issue.
Who?
I don't
Craig.
think so.
Crying is less of a mental health issue. Apparently, according to this video we just watched, probably.
Yeah, I know. I thought it was quite funny. That's why I shared it. I thought you guys would get a kick out of it. I was hoping you were all going to start laughing at it, not trying to break it down, but it works out either way, right? Because it got broken anyway. So
You have a weird sense of humor, Ryan.
I do. Well, I'm an intellectual person, believe it or not, and some of my jokes go way over people's heads. And then later on, they'll be like, "Oh, I get that joke you were talking about the other day. I got it finally." And they're all laughing at me, and I'm like, "See, I told you." I'm good. Sometimes it takes a while.
It takes a little minute to kick in.
And then there's other times where I just have bad jokes, so I admit that. But I try to think as carefully as possible when I make a good joke. I try to think it out and put it together. But it has to be funny to me. It has to be like when it comes through from the whatever you call that, from the source or whatever. It comes through and it'll come into my head, and I'll think, okay, if I said this, would I laugh? And of course, if it makes me laugh on the inside, then I usually just say it or I'll type it or whatever. So, and then after a while, you just get used to knowing what kind of things are funny, right? You get used to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not that I'm funny, but I think I am sometimes.
You can be funny.
Everybody can.
Wow, we're having an exciting stream tonight, guys.
Really?
Well, we're just trying to kill time here, I guess.
Yeah, I'm getting so hot tonight. Damn.
Yeah,
I've been half talking and half setting, sorting out my tomorrow's stream as well. So that's been a bit quiet. I usually do it later than now.
I've been texting the chat and
it's all sorted now.
Sandra, no, I haven't seen any Earth curve yet. But apparently they've measured it, so I'm still waiting to see those measurements as well. Because every time someone says they measured it, they seem to not understand calculations are not measurements. And those assumptions of their calculations were first based off of a measurement of horizontal, which means not curve. Yeah. Jeff Gass said, I could wear my wife's clothing and pretend to be scared of flat things.
You can just wear a sports bra, a padded sports bra too.
I would love to see them measuring curves someday.
Oh, Vicky's watching A Beautiful Mind.
Do you think that'll ever happen?
That is, Vicky's sitting watching A Beautiful Mind, and that's Russell Crowe. We've just been watching Noah, which was Russell Crowe. Vicky's sitting watching A Beautiful Mind. I haven't seen it for ages, she said. It's a brilliant film, that Beautiful Mind. It's a true story, isn't it? Based on John Bash? Is it Bash?
Not sure. I don't think I've seen it yet. So.
John Nash. Sorry, John Nash. The mathematician. He was schizophrenic.
Oh, wait, I think I have seen it.
Yeah, Russell Crowe, fantastic film. Fantastic. Based on a true story, obviously. He ended up getting a Nobel Peace Prize, and he was still schizophrenic. He's still seeing his imaginary friends, his split personality friends and stuff like that, but he chose to ignore them in the end. Crazy. He's still seen it, but he chose to ignore them. And when somebody new would come up to him and introduce themselves, he'd ask someone who he knew, are they real? Are they standing there? You know what I mean? People knew he was schizophrenic. So isn't that good that someone realised how to deal with the schizophrenia even though they've seen other people and stuff like that, they knew how to deal with it. They just ignored them. And even though they still seen them, isn't that crazy? That he managed to do it that way rather than actually getting rid of them. It's interesting.
Yeah. Roper Overbearing, thank you for $5 super chat. He says, I was blessed with 3 children, each one of whom I was told the moment of their conception, never before nor after, nor was ever incorrect. Abortion? Definitely no abortion, mate. Thank you very much for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You rock. Big, big blessings. And yeah. I mean, I remember with me and my wife with our first child, we literally struggled for 5 years to get pregnant with the first child. Then, yeah, when we just gave up, that's when we got our first daughter. And then shortly after that, she got pregnant again. We had a miscarriage.
Wow,
And then we had our son. And then we had our other daughter. And I'm stopping right there.
Are you done now?
I want to be done.
Now, right?
I want to be done.
You want to be done? Well,
they're expensive, dude.
Well, you must really love your wife. That's all the problem. That's the only problem, right?
Oh yeah, I love her too much.
I know. I can tell. I can tell. Well, by the way you protect her. You know what I mean? You protect her. You don't talk about her. You don't involve the show in it. Yeah, exactly.
I try.
That's how I try to do it.
I try. But yeah, God blessed me with an awesome, very, very awesome wife. That's
Me
for sure.
too. I got lucky too.
Have we observed any mass attracting mass?
Nope.
Yes, actually.
Two magnets,
we have.
Yeah,
Well, that's why we're sitting here.
I guess that's mass attracting mass, right?
I think that. I think they misinterpreted the problem when they said mass attracts mass. They were just talking about 2 adults.
No, what's crazy is that they really are just talking about that. They think that just because there's this large ball of stuff that somehow accumulated from all these things crashing into it, it's just crap. It really is. There's it doesn't make any sense.
Did you see Action Lab's latest video again? Once again, showing entropies of force and gravity is not.
I think I saw somebody talking about it. Is what I saw. But yeah, I saw the part of that. But yeah,
it's very good. Hey, Vara in the house. What's
hey!
up, buddy?
What's up, guys?
How's it going?
Flatzoid,
yeah.
Mr. Ten Hag. I heard in the stream one time, like Ryan, they said that Ryan looks like Eric Ten Hag.
What did I do?
And yeah, what's up, man? Like,
how are you?
No, I mean, you haven't won a game in a month. What's going on, man?
Won a game?
Are you ready for tomorrow night again, Vara?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. Like, everything is proceeding tomorrow as usual.
Sunday.
All right. Sounds
awesome.
Good.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, I didn't watch the early stream, but you're talking about people and what's wrong with them. Who are these people you're talking about?
We did show one guy on screen. Another guy that had identity crisis kind of guy.
No, but you mean like what is wrong with people who don't see their
anti-flat
flat or flat meaning level or what?
Yeah, anti-flat earthers to be exact. What's wrong with them?
No.
I mean, did you watch the stream last night when Rachie dropped on?
No.
Do yourself a favor and watch it. You'll see why we say that.
Well, I think it's like it has something to do with ego, right? Like, I remember when I woke up to this system that, hey, I'm a slave in the matrix, the financial system and everything. It opens up the rabbit hole and you go down to it. But I was laughing a little bit actually, because my reaction was like, oh my God, I knew it. I knew there was something wrong in this world. And now that I'm getting an explanation for why, it's starting to make sense. But for these people, anti-flat earthers, as you say, I think the problem is they cannot conceive the mass, the scale of the deception. Like, you can, nobody wants to be wrong, right? Nobody wants to admit that there were deceived or wrong about something.
Yeah,
Not
people
even
don't want to
about
humble
the
themselves.
smallest things, like the most non-issue thing in the world. It becomes a mental issue for you because you can't let go of the possibility. I mean, you don't consider it a possibility even.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've got a very simple question for you, Vara, and I want to see what you're going to answer. Can a horizontal curve?
No.
Great. There you go. You're smarter than 99% of all anti-flat earthers.
Yeah, and you saw that I was actually thinking about it for a while. I didn't just, just because I'm a flat earther myself and I see the definition and I know what it means, and I actually thought about it. Can it be curved? No.
Definitely not.
So
Yeah.
what's up? What's up, Globies?
How you doing?
What's your problem?
Globies are too scared to come in, man.
Exactly.
No, but like I was saying, the Globies, you guys can come in. I'm going to keep quiet tonight. If you want to come in, you can choose anybody you want to talk to. You can do your thing, and I'll just sit here and laugh at you.
Yeah, and it's not like about laughing and being right or wrong. We're all just, we're all submissive to deception and misleading, and we just have to humble ourselves. And I think we have our own responsibility too. We can't go out there on social media like with laugh emojis making fun of the, that's the most like dialogue that I see, and it's
Yeah.
unfortunate, but at least I try myself to have a very let's say conservative, neutral approach.
What do you guys think is worse? Okay. For a Glober to just outright deny everything, like observations, curves, horizontal can't curve or whatever. What's worse, for them to just deny it straight out, or for a person to say, yeah, okay, that's wrong, I'm a flat earther, then later go back to the globe and deny it again?
Oh, yeah, that's worse. That's worse. Definitely. That's like seeing Jesus, knowing the truth of Christ, and going back in it. Like that's like grieving the Holy Spirit. You know what I mean? Blasphemy of the Holy Spirit, to deny Jesus after knowing Jesus. You can't do it. You can't do it.
How do you unsee it?
That's it. Yeah,
You don't,
exactly.
unless you willingly lying to yourself and you're okay with it.
That's the key word, lie to yourself. There we go. That's what I was waiting for.
Yeah, we all done it before.
Oh, come on, Globies. Where art thou?
Yeah.
Well, speaking of what is wrong with certain people, what's up with Jeranism?
Well,
What the
yeah.
hell?
I don't. You see, the thing is, everybody's on Jeranism at the moment. I just don't even watch his content because he doesn't appeal to me with his antichrist spirit. So
No.
I don't even watch him, to be honest. That's about it. So I haven't really been paying attention to what's going on there.
It's anti-Christ and anti-flat Earth now, it seems.
Andy
I go
Flatter
in
too.
the chat
Yeah.
just to talk to the people because there's a lot of people that are from in here too, and they're all in the chat. So I go over there just to chat, but I don't really listen to the show, to be honest with you. That's not why I go there. I go there because everybody's over there, and it's a big collection of people I know. So, in the chat, so it's fun. What's up, Gio?
But yeah, it's he's just not someone I really pay attention to these days because it's.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't watch his stuff either, but the thing that Tzedek Warrior put out, like one statement after another, basically saying that if he sees a 24-hour sun there, the Earth can't be flat. It's not possible. That's his stance now. So it's like, to me, it's weird.
But that's why people do call him a shill. It's things like this that does it because that doesn't disprove a flat Earth at all.
For a
It's
good
got
reason
nothing to
now,
do with the
yeah.
flat Earth.
People calling him a shill and like going like, what the
Mhm.
fuck? Are you serious?
Yeah,
Are you
I would be
serious?
upset if people called me a shill. I mean, I've been called that before, but I don't know. I don't remember in what, how it was said or who said it. But I just remember somebody said it once, and I was like, I just laughed at him. I was like, wow, dude, that's an interesting comment. You barely know me, and you think I'm a shill, really? Like, wow.
Well, you see, the thing is, a lot of people were placed into the flat Earth to lead people, as like false, and he could just be one of the, like people have been saying all this time. He's built up his big following, and he needs an out, and this is his opportunity.
Yeah, it's like all that he wants
What's
really
up
is
with that?
fame and
Some of his videos
notoriety.
are what is what helped me get good at like I watched his videos and 200 proofs and all that kind of stuff. I used to listen to ODD and all that, yeah, or watch it. You know what I'm saying?
It's okay. Okay, guys, I just gotta quickly pick my child up on the floor. Be right back.
Good idea. Good idea. Right,
Be right back.
I just got to pick my child up off the floor.
Not something you hear every day.
No, it's not. It's funny.
Has to be done.
Absolutely.
No, but the thing like journalism with now is it's just making the final experiment even more sus than it was before. Like he's the perfect shield guy to have, if you ask me. I have nothing against Austin Whitsitt. I think he's a really smart guy, and it's hard to deceive him. But I think regarding the timing now, like there's no way. Let's just accept the fact that there's no way they're gonna let Austin and Jeronism go to Antarctica to disprove a globe.
Great. Agreed.
That's
Whatever,
number
even
one.
if they have to go,
It's obvious.
and they have to come back and say there's a 24-hour sun. If they go, then
Or not come back at all.
Oh, no, not come back at all. Yeah, not come back at all.
Right, but when and if that happens, that only means that we don't really know, or we should say that we know less than we thought we did about the sun and the firmament and everything in there.
Mm.
I mean, it could be just that the elite knew because this hasn't happened for, let's say, 1,000 years, that the sun does this, or like I don't know. It's like it goes back to the personal sun thing. Like I think it's an apparent thing, and
Perspective.
Aye.
There's ways to do it properly, though. Jaren can have, for example, somebody in South America, somebody in Australia, somebody in Europe, somebody in Africa, and tell them when they're at Antarctica, tell them from each of those locations when they see the sun. That means the AE map would actually be correct. But if there's a personal sun for Austin and Jaren also that goes around them in wherever they are, that only proves that the sun is apparent. Doesn't prove it's globe though. But that's what Jaren
I think the question will be, as if this thing does happen, and because remember, Whitsitt is also going with apparently. Will he also be doing the same as Jaren or not?
doing what?
Just taking his out card of Flat Earth.
No, I mean he's come out publicly. He had when he had that sort of interview with Duffy, like he was saying like even though we would see a 24-hour sun, that doesn't make the Earth globe. It just means we have to go back to the drawing board about the sun and the firmament and what happens in the sky. Nothing wrong with that.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
But that's what I was just saying, because I've seen people are misrepresenting me. Like, when they asked me that stupid, if you see a 24-hour sun, would you admit you were wrong about the flat Earth? And I said yes, but it wasn't about the flat Earth being wrong. It was about seeing the sun in Antarctica. That is what was being said.
Well, yeah,
So
right.
I do believe that you won't see the 24-hour sun. I still do believe that.
Me too.
But if they see it, that's what I would be wrong about, not about the flat Earth.
Okay, now
Because it doesn't change the flat Earth or not.
Well, we also need to stipulate exactly what is it that we need to see in order to say that this is true. We need to see the sun above the horizon, correct, and visible, no clouds over it, right, and see it for a 24-hour period, right, or at least if it goes behind a cloud, it's something that it happens quickly, right?
Yeah, but I mean, what's that going to prove about the Earth?
But I'm saying, though, that's the way you would really do it if it was really a scientific experiment. You would lay it all out and you would have these ways and you'd have this, okay, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're deciding. We're all going to agree that this is what we're going to say is if we see the sun not go below the horizon for the whole entire day and we all witness it, then we're going to say that, yes, then the Earth can't be flat. Is that what they're saying? They want you to say? I mean, how exactly are you going to decide, you know what I'm saying, what a 24-hour sun is? Does it have to be above the horizon, or what are the specifications? Is what I mean, because he hasn't mentioned that. You notice that none of that's been mentioned yet.
Actually, yeah. What's up, Dave? How's it going, man?
Not too bad, man. I had to go run some errands, and then I came back here and tried to get on here, and for some reason my browser just would not connect to the internet. It showed that I had signal and everything. I had to restart this thing like 4 times before I finally got it. Now I'm good. But yeah, I saw your title, What is Wrong with These People? And I was over at my buddy's house, over at my cousin's house yesterday, and we were watching that on the TV at his house. And he's like, that chick's out of her mind. She's about to have a freaking stroke.
Rachie last night. It's crazy.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely, bro.
I was like, oh, no, I can't. I wouldn't want to be on there with her right now because she irritates the shit out of me. I can't listen to her voice.
Yeah, but like I was saying now, just before you came on, how bad must it be to have been a glober? You realize, okay, it's flat. You fight for horizontals don't curve. You fight for the Earth stationary, blah, 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 blah. Later, you all of a sudden become a glober. Now you're so stupid, you don't even understand that horizontals can't curve anymore. That's retarded.
Crazy.
Funny. Well, I bet there was a check involved somewhere.
Yeah, she belongs to the wolf pack, remember? And anybody that belongs to the wolf pack literally just become retarded overnight.
Mm-hmm.
Literally. It's like they get hit over the head with a pan or something until they're brain damaged.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So I don't trust anybody that I see a wolf pack logo in the corner there. Because there's no honesty there.
No.
They get paid off, those people.
Wolfpack is back, causing mass.
Even if you look at Rachie's behavior when she was a flat earther, did she ever get drunk on streams?
I'd never seen her drunk on a stream before. No.
Was she ever so triggered and
never?
How can I
She
put it?
seemed like a nice girl back then.
Yeah.
She's horrible.
She's a horrible. Yeah, her whole demeanor and stuff is very demeaning and.
Yeah, that's
really,
like I said, I can't even stand to halfway listen to her. You know, it's just like, oh my God, you're just. They're all like that. It's I don't know. I feel like there's these certain people that when I start hearing their voice and shit, I'm just like, okay, I'm out of here. I can't get it. It's straight up demons, man.
Why bother?
Okay, so you got on screen, Vora?
Yeah, and it's good that Dave actually came here because I was asking the guys about Jeranism, and since you're there with him smoking weed every once in a while, like, what do you think about the thing that Synthetic Warrior's been putting out regarding?
I don't know. There's somebody else I can't stand his voice. Is Synthetic Warrior.
Synthetic Warrior.
Okay? I can't stand it. Okay, when the final nail in the coffin for him in my book was when he went on a 1.5 hour long rant on how people should unalive themselves if they live in an area that they celebrate Christmas without snow on the ground.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Well, South Africa doesn't get snow.
Wouldn't you just assume that was a joke, though? I mean,
it wasn't, though. Yeah,
it
wasn't. Assume that.
How do you say that without being funny, though?
you can go into my videos. You can go into my videos on my channel, and you'll see it's the thumbnail of it is his logo,
Right.
and it's called Zetetic Implosion.
Got you.
Yeah, if you
Right.
really want to see where that guy lays at, man.
Well,
So-
I just
That's
want to
weird
ask you
because-
like about Jeranism because Z like basically did some expose videos of him,
Yeah.
and I watched those, and I'm like, what the hell? Jaren said all this. He's made statement after statement that if he sees a 24-hour sun in Antarctica,
Yeah.
it can't be flat. Period.
I don't agree. You know,
Yeah,
and
you
I told
said that,
Jaron
yeah.
that I don't.
Well, I'm
agree.
asking you, like, what do you think Jeranism is saying when he says
Well,
that?
that's what he's saying. I mean,
Well, that's what he's saying. What he's saying, I guess. You know,
that's
that's
what he
there
means.
again. That's I do a show on Wednesday evenings with him and two other people, and you know, we're from all different backgrounds, and yeah, I don't. I can be friends with these people without agreeing with everything they say.
True.
You know, so you know, if that's his idea, then hey, that's your idea. Myself, I don't think it's going to prove that at all. Secondly, I don't think they're going to see shit.
I don't think
I look at it like this: if that was such a thing, we would have already known about it.
Of course.
Okay, this isn't like this is the first people going to Mars or the first time people have been in Antarctica or anything. We've had established bases there for a century. So, you know, this is just a dawdle, is basically it. So you're going to go look for an anomaly with the sun. Okay. The earth still remains flat. So if you see something bizarre happen with the sun, then that means there's something going on with the sun that we don't understand. It's not going to suddenly make the earth a convex ball.
But also, I can guarantee you, the people's already got answers for it anyway. How much people are saying the simulated sun already because there's already patents for it and it's being used. So how can it validate anything because there's so many things wrong already?
Mhm.
Right.
Well, here's Jaren's argument, okay? We all know this is what the sun does, right? The AE map. It brings, Jaren says, it brings light and heat to all the continents, okay? And if he sees the sun, they're going somewhere around here, I think.
Mhm.
If he sees the sun doing this, then it means that the sun can do this at the same time. But all the time, he's begging the question about the actual physical sun. He cannot admit that the sun is apparent. That's why he can't. That's why I guess he's keep making a statement like that. But that's his argument.
Mhm.
And here is my solution for him: have somebody here. Have somebody. This is like California, right? You can have somebody in here, Southern America here, California, New Zealand or Australia, Europe, and Africa. And you have people at those locations when, according to the AE map, the sun starts to do its regular path, bringing light and heat to all the continents. Have Jaren call somebody in LA. Hey, where's the sun right now?
Right.
Oh, it's right here. What? No, the sun is here. That's if he was seeing it 24 hours.
Yeah, I thought that too. You know, have observers take hourly recordings.
Yeah.
Base them all off of Zulu time. Okay.
Mhm.
Do that the same down in Antarctica while you're there. Take it and shoot an azimuth. Shoot an azimuth to the sun every hour. Shoot an azimuth to the sun. The guy in California do the same thing. Then compare those.
Yeah,
Once
that sounds good. But I
And
remember.
what if there's more than one sun?
Well, do you remember that years ago?
More than one.
Do you remember years ago, Flats? Nathan did something like what Vara was saying, but it wasn't an Antarctica thing. It was he had a load of people all over the world come on stream and track the sun. You know, like at midday, whatever time, if it's someone came on.
They were measuring solar times and something.
Is that what they were doing?
In their locations,
right?
So that they can have the path of the sun, so they can say, "Look, it's going 15 degrees an hour."
Yeah. Oh, is that what they were doing? I couldn't remember what they were doing, but yeah.
Yeah,
Because some people were saying it has to travel faster in some places because of the flat Earth model.
Yeah. Don't know how well it went. I just remember them setting some people up and people coming on. I didn't watch the whole thing. It was years ago.
Yeah, some people were quite pissed off
Now,
with about it.
notice how they
discrepancies.
bring up notice how they want to talk about centripetal speed when you're talking about the sun. Oh, you mean it's going really fast down here, but not up here? But then when you bring it up concerning the revolution of the Earth, then they're like, oh, it's just 15 degrees per hour. It's one rotation a day.
But you see, that's the thing. They're very selective on what they want physics to work with. Tangential velocity only works when it suits them.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, if this goes, that somebody can show this to. Oh, my bad. Somebody can show this proposition to journalism that should ease off the pain or give him something to work with. I mean, he's making an ass of himself, if you ask me, right now in the community. I'm just saying, like, if let's say we're talking about actual physical sun doing this, I don't think the people who control this area, Antarctica, would let Austin and Jaron go to Antarctica to disprove the globe Earth. I don't think it doesn't make any sense to me.
No.
You know, the whole thing's
sus. I don't think they're going to, it's either going to get canceled, they'll go, or they'll go and it'll be all socked in with clouds or some other shit. And this whole thing will still continue.
Yeah.
My biggest thing is that I don't give a shit about it one way or the other, to tell you the truth. The thing that gets me, I want to know what the scam is. That's what I'm after. Okay. I know 100% without a doubt that the Earth is not a globe. Boom. Okay. I don't give a shit what stuff in the sky does. You can't change any of that. So the thing that I want to know is what's driving this, who's behind it, where's the money coming from, and what are they actually getting out of it? What's the return? Because people don't invest 6 digits worth of money into shit without there going to be a return of at least 7 digits. Come on.
Of course, I agree completely.
It just goes back to money again, right?
I don't think it'll happen.
Money
either won't happen or you'll go there and they won't be able to observe for some reason.
And so I think we're seeing that polar flight bullshit again. And like I said, I forget who said it, but one of the best ways to do it, if you really wanted to do something, have 2 planes start out or do ships, right? And just follow the coast. You keep the coast on your left-hand side. I'll keep the coast on my right-hand side, and we'll meet on the other side. How about that? And then track how long does it take you? Or to cross over if they didn't have so many restrictions, but to follow one meridian all the way to the pole and then around and come up on the same meridian on the other side of the continent.
But they always seem to take a hard east or west when they get to the South Pole.
No, they usually just go around it and go back the same way they came. Is that
weird?
Pretty much. Yeah.
But yeah, looking at shit in the sky again.
Yeah.
Well, the sun is apparent. That's all we know. And according to the SunCalc data, almost regardless of time, where anybody is in the world, the sun rises at 90, sets at 270. Apparently, to me at least, the best explanation for that is the sun is, we don't know, but everybody has their own version of it. Everybody sees their own. I'm really leaning towards that explanation at this moment. All the evidence that's out there. But we don't know, really. It'll be interesting.
Oh, this thing's scanning right now.
See what happens. Yeah, Flatzoid does seem like it needs sleep.
No, I'm looking if I can find something. Um, but yeah, based on like I said with the sun thing, it's not going to change anything.
No. This guy,
Hey,
and
Professor
what,
Forbell's in the chat. You want to come in? I'm sure any
thing
of
that
the
gets
panel
me
members
about
would
it
love
is
to talk with you. Yeah.
it puts you more more suspicious too at how hard they want to push this up to and including using bully tactics. You know, they want to use bully tactics. Oh, you're turning down a free trip. What kind of a moron does that? You know, and it's like, wait a minute, bro. What do you mean?
Well, Sov, I'm gonna pay for you to go to Snake Island. I've heard you always wanted to go camp on Snake Island and sleep between the snakes. Why don't you want to accept this offer?
I ain't real tickled about getting there with a bunch of snakes and shit, man. That's why.
It's the same thing for an Oliver. Why
Feel
would I
like I
want
was
to
at a
go?
wake
Tell
up,
it
feel
look at
like I
this
was
way.
at a Diddy party or something, man. You know.
But I mean, look
Covered
at
in
it this
baby
way.
oil.
I must tell my family and my wife and my children. Sorry, I'm not going with you on holiday this year. I'm going to freeze my tits off with people I can't stand just because people want to peer pressure me into going to see a sun or not. That's not going to change anything anyway.
Exactly. Look at the proposal that Lucky Haskins put forth. A more honest and decent and truthful proposal, a better proposal. I would have took that up. You know what I mean? Duffy was going on about like, oh, you know what I mean, the trip of a lifetime when it's not a trip of a lifetime. Haskins was more of a trip of a lifetime, and he said no to that. So he's a hypocrite when he said no. Sorry, I mean going on about Duffy, but that kind of reminded me.
Yeah, it's not sitting on a beach with topless natives bringing you Mai Tais and shit. You know, come on.
And snowy beaches, you know.
No, I just don't see the logic in that. Just because some guy has some weird vendetta against flat Earth and has insecurities about his belief, doesn't mean the rest of us need to play ball with him.
Yeah,
It's not our insecurities.
Yeah, Dave, Duffy turned down Lucky's offer. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yep, and that shows you he's dishonest because he could have still done that as well.
He turned down a free trip
Yeah, he's a
to Lucky's Flat Earth Lodge
in
beautiful Lake Superior. Does he not realize that Lake Superior is basically a big inland sea? Man, that's an impressive lake. Beautiful.
I would have accepted that. I would have loved to go visit Hastings, man.
Didn't have to pay for nothing. Awesome. Free 3 days. I mean, hospitality of the family. I mean, fantastic.
I'm originally from Michigan, and I'll tell you what, there's some beautiful places up there, especially up there in the Upper Peninsula. Wow, just amazing. Those Great Lakes, there were naval battles on those Great Lakes during the War of 1812.
Nice, man.
Literal naval battles on there. They had big, huge sailing ships out on those lakes.
I just want to ask a lake. Those lakes, are those does that water stay still? So
No.
Does it find rest?
It very rarely. I mean, it's always.
But I'm saying, does it have tides? Do those lakes?
No, there's no tides. There's no tides. No.
So they're the same sea, the same water level.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Depending on their elevation, yeah.
So
but they're all level, absolutely, 100%. I'll tell you, you'll read.
You know what Rach is going to get us, Sov? You know what Rach is going to get us? Citation that the lakes have tides.
Oh yeah, they tried to run that by and said it's something like 4 inches of tide or some shit like that. It's like no,
that's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Even 4 inches tide, you would notice on a lake. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's not there.
No, of course.
Now you'll get some waves licking up higher and higher, especially coming up. Yeah, well, yeah, and on Superior, especially this next month coming up. That's some of the most turbulent storm season on that lake that there is. I mean, it's you might as well be in the ocean. You'll think about level. I'll tell you, you don't want to be in that. That water is so cold, so cold. I think it's like 40 degrees all the time, 40 or 45 degrees, something like that. Fahrenheit, whatever that is in metric, I don't know. Not much above freezing.
10, maybe 2 degrees. Let's actually just look. Usually it helps to take a look. 4 degrees Fahrenheit.
Average.
It's 4.4 degrees Celsius. I said 2, so almost there. 4.4.
Yeah. Let's see here. So, yeah, it fluctuates between 12 to 3 degrees. This month right now that's the between average. But I'll tell you what, you get in that water. If you go diving in there, you have to wear an insulated diving suit. You can't just wear
you're going to hit hypothermia.
Oh, God, yeah, quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Cosby, years and years ago, he did a stand-up about that where he took his wife on a honeymoon and shit, and he jumped into the lake. And he said he turned into one giant goose pimple immediately. He said he just froze up. And I can relate, man. Yeah, not good. But some great fishing, clear water. Really
Nice.
clear, clean water.
Nice.
Until the bottled water companies get a hold of it all. So
Yeah. Fishing, I'd love to fish somewhere like that. It'd be fantastic. I have to come to the States to fish, definitely, at some point. But,
yeah, I'm sitting here watching that shit yesterday with Rachie, and I'm like going, you dumbass. A line is not an arc. An arc is not a line. Okay. A line has 2 points. Okay. It has stop. Stop. It has 2 defining points. An arc has 1, and that's the center. Okay. You got to stop with this. And just because you measure it in degrees, angled lines and arcs are both measured in degrees. It doesn't mean that lines are arcs and arcs are lines. I'm sorry.
Of course not.
Was it me? Froze. I'm like, oh, he froze, and I saw all of you are dead still. It's like, oh, it's me.
when my smoke stops in the air, then it's like, oh yeah, we're froze up.
Same, man.
But I think the thing that got me the most is perpendicular.
Oh, I know.
How does a person not understand what perpendicular means?
There was not one perpendicular in that diagram that we spoke about. Not one. What was she on about? Using the same.
She's saying it's the same plum.
Yeah,
when you
same
turn
plum.
it,
That's it. Yeah.
When you turn the sphere around, it's the same plum. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it isn't.
China and Australia is 2 different locations.
Those 2 lines will intersect, and that's that you can't have parallel lines will never intersect.
Yeah, it's insane.
That's right.
Man. Well, how do you I don't know, man. Once you've seen it, I don't know how in the hell anybody could ever entertain it.
Yeah.
Much less see it and then go back to it.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. It's
nuts.
Not even the movie Matrix does it justice with Cypher.
I know, yeah.
You just can't. We're sitting in real life.
Yeah.
The Matrix was still a movie that he could have just fine. But now with real life, this is a real person we're talking to that literally understood that horizontal can't curve. Then went back to trying to be dumb and saying horizontals can curve.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's wrong with the person?
I mean, in like Cypher, it's woeful ignorance. You know what I mean? She's a cypherette. That's what she is. Cypherette.
Well, it's caused by programming, right? Programming of the subconscious mind. That's why it's called the Matrix, or why we put it in those terms. You're programmed ever since you were born.
See, there's messages in the Matrix online things as well. Like when it was a game, there was the cypherettes. I never played it, but I've watched videos on it when Yeah, they did it online. There was the cypherettes, and the cypherettes were the ones that thought Cypher was right. That Morpheus was an asshole, shouldn't listen to him, and all that, and we should just be willfully ignorant and go with
Speaking
this
of that,
and be blinded. You know?
speaking of that, that's actually very interesting. Do
Yeah.
you know Sean Hawkins, the so-called guy that says he's so knowledgeable on the Bible? He says God lied, Satan was the truth.
That's what I was getting at, and that's what it kind of reflects. You know what I mean? That thing. I wasn't going to say about Sean.
He said
Obviously,
the snake, he said the serpent was the one telling the truth, because listen to this. When they took the fruit, they didn't die.
Oh,
I actually laughed out
goodness
so loud
me.
when I heard that. People looked at me like I was
Why do
crazy
people keep
because
saying that?
Well,
Do
they
we die
didn't.
do
now?
we
They
see Adam
didn't
and
die
Eve
on that
today?
day.
No.
So they died. Yeah, they died.
No, they didn't die on that day.
No,
Right?
not on that day, but it was on about. It was
Remember,
on
they
about
had immortal bodies.
they were meant to
Before they ate
have
the
immortal
fruit.
bodies. They were meant to live forever until sin came in. Until that happened, and then
And they surely
that's what
died.
it's about.
Remember, sin is death.
Mhm. It's just like in that movie, Nefarious, right?
Yeah,
When that guy finally gave up and he goes, okay, go ahead, come into me then. Go ahead,
that's
come
it.
into me. He says, okay, give it time. Hang
Uh,
on.
And
And
that was
then
a
there
good
at the
movie.
end, what happened? What happened, right? It was like,
mm,
oh shit. I knew that was gonna happen when he did that. I said, oh hell. He says
mm,
that doesn't mean it's gonna happen right now. You
Mm-hmm.
know? What was that? That's like the placement of a comma, right? The Jesus on the cross, he said, verily I say unto you, this day you shall be in paradise with me. Okay, so if I go, verily I say unto you, comma, this day you shall be in paradise with me, means we're going today.
yeah,
But if I move the comma and I say, verily I say unto you, this day you will
yeah,
be in paradise with me, means I'm only telling you today,
that's true.
okay, that eventually you're going to be. So the placement of a comma, you can
But
mean the
that's what I
difference
was trying to
between.
explain to Rachel last night as well, with sentence structure,
Yeah,
where she's saying or surface, not understanding that or surface is talking about a plateau, a flat line, a plane.
Mhm.
Literally saying the ground is horizontal.
No, no, it's
But
slick
they
when
only
you use
she
that
only
on 'em.
sees that or there. She doesn't understand what the sentence structure is saying there.
Right, and they're duped by the word magic. They love
Uh-huh.
to use that where it's okay. So if they take it the way that they think, it's actually contradicting itself because it says no point higher than another, and then it says adhering to the curvature of the liquid parts of Earth's surface. Okay, that's true because there is no curvature to the liquid parts of Earth's surface, but they take it to mean that there is curvature and that it follows it. So what they've done is they put that deceptive definition in there without actually karmically breaking the law of lying and being deceptive. You deceive yourself by misinterpreting what they say. And that's how people get themselves into trouble all the time, misinterpreting that. And that's a type of word magic.
Mm-hmm.
I always keep saying that we are beings controlled by words.
Yeah.
And
Well, see,
words program us.
it can only mean what I said. Otherwise, it would contradict the very first statement in the definition. And it would be total garbage and a useless definition because it contradicting itself. So we know that Webster's dictionary is not going to contradict itself. So we have to really decipher what they're saying there. Okay, adhering to the curvature of the liquid parts of Earth's surface. Okay, sure. There are no curvature of the liquid parts of the Earth's
That's what I was
surface.
making.
So
That's
therefore,
my
it
point I
does.
was making.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my point I was making. They only read curvature part, but they don't want to read the rest of the
Right.
definition. I mean, literally, the addendum B in that part also says horizontal. It's telling you the water is horizontal.
Mm-hmm.
These people are, I don't know. It gives me headaches thinking of it.
Maybe
Mhm.
what I said. You never know.
Well, there might be some people that go ahead and break and want to go over to the other side and might be go overboard to prove their allegiance to it, merely because they can't take having the ridicule or having the people needle at them and shit. You know, me. I don't care. I don't whatever. You know, say whatever you freaking want. I don't care. You're not going to shut me up. You're not stopping me. I'm right. You're wrong. Too bad.
Absolutely.
Who's in the house? Triggered Roger.
Yes,
You
you guys are still going, huh? Hello, Roger.
still going, bro? Yeah, well, it's only been 2 hours.
Well, we actually got a video we can go through if you guys want to from Execrate.
Yeah, do it. Then it saves me
what?
do it. It saves me doing it
We
tomorrow.
have to.
Yeah, do it so I don't have to do it tomorrow now.
An execrate is someone who hates people.
Yeah, it's flat. He's upper dryser, isn't he?
Who this?
Upper dries now that.
Oh no.
Execrate has really how can I put this? A hard time understanding physics.
Yeah, he was the one. Was he not the one the other day doing the experiment with the
That was him.
the
Yeah,
test
this is a
tube?
response to our response telling him I was just demonstrating RDD.
Right, got you.
Upthrust errors.
Yeah.
I'll show
But,
you upthrust.
He sounds kind of depressed, I have to be honest. He doesn't really sound all there. So, yeah, just a warning.
Upon releasing my recent video regarding upthrust, a number of errors were brought to my attention. I can't say that I'm looking forward to having to go through them, but sometimes you have to bite the bullet. There are a number of time-stamped sections which people may like to skip.
You see that thing that's just hollowed out glass?
No, this is not hollowed out glass. It is a sealed, airtight, solid object.
This guy is so idiotic. Did I say that was hollowed out glass or that canopy?
You meant the triangle canopy in there.
Yeah. And this is why I don't take people like this seriously.
He's being pedantic now because obviously it's not hollowed out. It's an extension. It's an addition onto it, glued on or whatever. But he knows exactly what you meant. He knows exactly what you meant.
Yeah, but this is why I call him dishonest. Because now he's trying to make it look out that I said that.
Exactly.
Is hollowed out. No, I never said that.
No, I know.
Made of acrylic perspex.
There we go.
That
is that hollowed out?
Yeah,
that's a pyramidal shaped bubble.
Ah.
Not have an open cavity or recess in it. The surfaces are reasonably flat with minor scratches and imperfections, but the mating surfaces and those edges...
Yeah, he brings this now into new. Remember, this one wasn't in the last one.
That wasn't there.
This code.
No. Now he's adding to it, so he's got to make it look...
Don't worry. He's still showing and validating our point to a T with this. Because now he thought he went to be clever and went to go look at a physics video on YouTube.
Am I making noise?
Now he has quite loud.
Okay. Hold on.
And now he's an expert on this. Watch this.
Are very specifically shaped, either beveled or rounded. Now both surfaces are dry. There is no suction effect, no adhesion.
Oh, wow. Wow. Unbelievable.
Does he think you don't have things like dry welding? Does he think things need to be wet before they can be suctioned against each other?
This is bad. But like the water won't leak under anyway, you know.
What happens when you take two pieces of paper? Sorry, I just don't understand these people. Okay? And you lie them on top of each other. Push there out. If you've got long enough surface area, it can keep it, it can actually hold it.
Yeah, you can also like you could put a wooden ruler between them two bits of paper, and if you hit it fast enough, the ruler will snap.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm going to
So-
lift the one piece, and it's going to lift the other piece with it. Whoop, do you see that?
Exactly.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Same idea.
So he's blaming the upward rising Earth on the two pieces sticking together. That's what he's saying, basically. The upward thrust or whatever he calls it.
He's still adamant that the Earth is rising, and this is why the thing is having its orientation.
That's what I'm. No.
He
that's-
says there is no such thing as a pulling force. So he's saying the thing's not being pulled, it's being pushed.
Being pushed, yeah.
I got it. Yeah.
Adhesion, no sticking, no pulling, and I have no need to press these objects firmly together. Merely place them together and then place at the bottom of this container of water.
Yep.
And yet the object will remain in place at what is now the bottom of the
He
container.
pushed it, didn't he?
He
Didn't he
pushed
just
it
push
down
it?
real hard. You can see his fucking thumb get white from the blood pushing away.
Goodness. He didn't just let it float down, did he? He pushed it.
Watch it again. Watch it again.
And yet the object will remain in place at what is now the bottom.
Unbelievable.
Every time he's going to do stuff like this, I'm going to point to my nose. What does that represent?
He's a liar.
Mm-hmm. It's growing. Yeah.
Bottom of the container. Regardless of it being less dense than the water, it is displaced. I used a magnet so that I could initiate a change to observe. The magnet merely fastens the bottom plate to the bottom of the container. It does not in any way act on the object itself sitting on top of it.
Again, the pressure between the two plates is what's low pressure. You got the pressure from the water pushing on it. You got the pressure of that thing being sucked between it. That's a pulling force.
Yep.
And you got the magnet holding them down. As soon as you let the magnet go, you see they start moving up, and it separates that pressure system there, and that's why it's able to float. And notice it's pulling that bottom plate up with it when it does that. Why? Pressure.
Weird, isn't it?
It's pulled up with it.
You need to clip that. You need to clip just that little part from that Billy Joel song from Pressure. And every time just play that pressure.
And trim it out with this video too, right where he puts his thumb down on it and puts the pressure on it.
Yeah, because you can literally see him indenting his fingers down like this, pushing down on it.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't a gentle push down. Push
Look there. It's pulling. Did this pull that up?
It is detached from the bottom plate. A change is observed in the object and the plate. And up thrust. Now you can try other shapes with flat surfaces and note the changes and effects observed. I'll leave that up to you, but here are some examples that I have done.
As you can see, if I push this down.
This wasn't showed before though, was it?
No. But
Yeah,
what's he
do it,
showing
didn't
now? What happens with displacement? Do you need more surface area for displacement to occur at a more drastic ratio? Let me try and make it more clear. Why do ships have larger holes?
To float. They're on top of it.
To displace more pressure, correct?
Yeah.
So it can float.
Carry
Yes, sir.
Why don't you see ships with small holes? I don't know, because it would sink.
Small butts. Yeah.
Because
They
it can't
couldn't take on any
displace
kind
the
of a
amount
load.
of weight. Sorry?
I said they
Sorry,
couldn't take on any kind of a load; they'd sink.
Because
I mean,
it needs
ships already, as we have them, as huge as they are, they still have their limit of what they can carry.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean,
they need to displace that weight being attributed on them. They need to displace all that pressure.
They tend to have a plimsoll line to show where the water should go above, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's going to go into any detail with such as that, but he's just going to like just do a little experiment here, and you decide, right?
I don't know what you're gonna see. You're gonna see. Turn around. Yes, there we go.
Glue will do that
too. Did it just stay on the bottom now that he turned it around?
Isn't that weird?
So more surface area.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
more pressure. Yeah.
More pressure.
We're using the magnet at the bottom. He's got it underneath the container. He's trying to hold it down. I see what he's doing.
You're talking about bonding and fastening stuff. This isn't bonded.
same thing. So will a nail. You know, any other.
Nor is it fastened, nor is there any suction effect.
Well, why is he playing this in the background when that wasn't, his demonstration wasn't on at that time? It's weird.
I think it's his, I don't know, obfuscation tactic, almost to make like it sound like we were.
Yeah, because that's what we weren't commenting about this thing here, were we?
No, but he's still making our point, though.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
of course.
absolutely.
I'm going to go back and watch our version, just look at it.
Yeah, go for it, because I can't remember.
This wasn't in there, but yeah.
It wasn't.
The water is literally pushing it against the plastic. Yeah. Right, the water pushing it. The water is literally pushing it against the plastic.
So which is it? Is the water pushing it down, or is the water pushing it up?
What?
Which one is it? Is the water pushing it down, or is the water pushing it up? It's pushing it in all directions, you numpty. You see, he's thinking like a glober. He thinks everything is forced in one direction. Water is on all directions, just like air is in all directions.
Yep.
The pressure is just more down there because there's more above you.
Yep.
Water's bonded.
What did it say? They don't understand displacement at all, do they? I mean,
It's not complicated, is it?
It isn't. It isn't. I mean, just ask your mechanic if you can have any kind of pressure without a containment system of some sort. Just go ahead.
Yeah, ask him if you have a cracked cylinder head or a blown head gasket, the car's going to breathe better, so therefore you'll drive faster, correct?
Yeah, I'll watch it when I get home. I can't do it at the same time on my phone. But yeah, I'll take a look at it. I want to go back over and review the video just for the hell of it.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I could find it. I had the coolest toy when I was a kid. It had this little, like, it was like a little diving bell type thing inside of it, a bottle with water, right? And there were little things down on the bottom of the bottle thing. And when you squeeze the bottle and increase the pressure, this thing would go down, but that would also cause the claws to open up. And it would go down to the bottom, and you'd try to get it over so it was over one of the things, and then release it, and then those clamps would close, and it would start floating back up to the top. And it was really cool. It was by increasing the pressure inside there, you lessened its buoyancy because of the fact that the shit got tighter and tighter inside the little diving bell. It was really a neat toy. I learned a lot from playing with that thing, man. Wish I could I can't find nothing like that anymore online or nothing. Yeah, it's stuck to the bottom. Come on, man.
Toys like that for kids so that they can learn actually something.
Okay, let's carry on.
Very quiet.
Yes, there is a magnet underneath. It is just rather than gluing the plate, it is not having any effect on the object
Glue
above
will
it.
do that same thing. So will a nail. You know, any other method of fastening it to the bottom to prevent it from rising. Yeah. Right, the water pushing it. The water is literally pushing it against the plastic. Yeah. Right, the water pushing it. The water is literally pushing it against the plastic.
If your bonding agents and fasteners allow objects to move around freely,
I want to know something. Did we say anything about bonding agents and fasteners, guys?
Mm-hmm.
So why is he saying?
You remember the commercial? You remember that commercial for super glue? They say strong enough to hold this man suspended by nothing but his helmet. You look, that was a flat piece of steel and a flat piece of steel. And I said at the time, I remember, I said, you can do that with a drop of water. You could do that exact same thing with a drop of water. And it's just, it's because of the hydrostatics of it. I showed it. I said, watch, I took 2 pieces of metal and they was flat, 2 flat sides to it. And I said, watch this, drop of water. And I went and picked the other one up. And it came right up with it. It's not, I said, no, get that guy to wiggle around a little bit and swing himself from side to side and he'll come right off that damn thing.
Yeah, because it opens it up. Yep. And that's exactly what happens there. When he lets go of the magnet, it moves and it shifts that, takes that air pocket and poof.
Of course.
Like this, I check where you're getting your source of product from. As you can see, this Perspex very smooth plate at the bottom here is an inclined plane. And if you note the dimensions of it, there's a gap here. It's not flush up against the side. And the dimensions of this.
Okay.
What is it?
Are slightly wider than this plate.
See how he's forcing it on there?
Yeah.
He's really pushing it.
Still going to have the same effect. It's the surface area. Some of the surface is not touching it, but the majority of it is. It's going to, of course.
He thinks because it's inclined, that's going to make a difference on the argument.
I was going to ask, what the hell's the difference with the incline? What does that make mean? No, I can't see that making a difference.
Nope.
Just ever so slightly. And when it moves along this plane, inclined plane to here, there's an overlap. I'm hoping people can actually see it. To enable that effect of the upthrust to press on the underneath of the object rather than...
What upthrust? You're pushing the thing down. Down is not up. Is this guy really this slow? He's pushing the thing down.
I really can't believe they've took to this upward rising thing that's a flat Earth society show crap.
But I mean, this is as idiotic as Rachie last night saying horizontals can curve. He's saying things that's pushed down is being pulled up. Is being pushed up. Is this opposite day or something? What's going on? Opposite week.
Just the plate that it's sitting on. So
surface area, dude.
Pay attention.
There we go.
Ooh, it's staying at the bottom. Ooh, it lets go with the magnet. It goes up.
Glue will do that too.
Yeah.
Well, he's using the magnet at the bottom. He got it underneath the container. He's trying to hold it down.
So his inclined plane, notice when it gets up to less and less, then it finally pops loose.
Yeah.
What happens when something moves? It loses its pressure.
So why can't he do that
against it?
Why can't he do that same thing sideways then? Go ahead and put it on a vertical plate inside there. Stick that thing against the wall of the container. See how that works out for you.
Oh, the poor guy. He's trying hard, though. I give him that.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
I see what he's doing.
No, there is no magnet involved, and this time the plate is glued in specifically on an inclined plane.
The water above it's trying to get in the air pocket.
Right, the water pushing
it.
So according to some, apparently this has a pressure, a low pressure.
Yeah, which you just showed.
Holding it down on this plate, pressing it down, yet it doesn't get pressed down the inclined plane.
What?
He just pushed it down on the inclined plane. And as soon as it lost some of that pressure because it's inclined, it's going to move.
Take another one that doesn't have any air in it. And put and have it hooked to a string. You'll still be able to get that same effect. You put those surfaces are flat enough and you push them together like that. You pull up on this string, it's going to pull that other thing up with it. It'll eventually drop loose, but it will come up with it right away. Anybody who's ever had to wash dishes knows this shit. You got some wet dishes stacked up in the sink. They're immersed in the water. You go to pick up one, and a couple other one underneath of it come loose. And as soon as it gets on an angle, it breaks loose because you've taken that tension out.
Yep.
Exactly.
But you just chuck an air bubble over it so that the water couldn't spill into
There
it.
is no way for water to get into it. It's a solid, sealed,
I think
airtight
the magnet's
object.
denser than the water.
Oh. So he doesn't get this water between the two surfaces.
That's exactly what. Yeah, exactly.
Not saying there's water inside that sealed container.
If you did do it with the water inside the container, you could have like I said, a string hook to it and pull up on the object. It'll do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Probably won't break free as easy.
Yep.
Yeah. So the magnet weighs more than the plastic, so it makes it sink. Big deal.
Hey, the magnet weighs more than the plastic, and it makes it sink.
The Perspex is quite able to sink by itself. The magnet is not heavier. There's an 83 gram total. The magnets themselves are about 12 grams. So yeah, that's incorrect.
So he says the magnets don't have weight either. But he just said, look, they're about 12 grams. So it has extra weight, Andrew. So the Perspex plus the magnet is heavier. Thus, it sinks to the bottom. That's the point.
Wow.
Well, Professor Phil said, I haven't showed it yet, but Professor Phil says, I'm running free physics and chemistry classes on Zoom every week. Contact me if you want to join. No thanks. I'm okay.
It's okay. You can go teach your secondary school.
I'll actually show that. I'll show that message for you, actually, because I don't think...
Remember, we're still waiting for Phil Bell to come and show us his demonstration of thermodynamics he said he would do a year ago. How's it going, by the way, Professor Phil Bell?
There you go. So there you go, peeps. If you want some free chemistry and physics classes, there you go.
Yeah. Remember Phil Bell when you came and discussed thermodynamics with me? And then you said, you see that black stuff, that's gravity. I think that tells everybody, we don't need to learn physics from you, man. Remember that time you said pumice stone sinks? I don't think that shows you should be teaching physics, man. Thank you.
Right, the water pushing it.
So the water is pressing down, pushing on the plastic, and it's pushing the plastic up also. So is the water pressing it to the plastic, or is it pressing the plastic away from the plastic?
The surface area. You lessened the surface area when it went up on that, okay? So the plate wants to sink, the bubble wants to float. They start sliding away from each other, and then the surface area becomes less, and it separates.
Yeah. It's not hard to understand this.
Good God.
It off because it wasn't a perfect seal. It kind of lifts it up, right? That's all it was.
So it's pushing it down on the plastic while pushing the plastic up on the object. Is that right? So that denser, heavier plate at the bottom is being pushed up while the object is being pushed down on it.
What?
Is that what you're saying?
What's he saying?
Oh, I do not know.
This guy is... I'm sure he's drunk or something. Wait.
At the bottom, up on the object.
That's all it was.
So it's pushing it down on the plastic while pushing the plastic up on the object. Is that right? So that denser, heavier plate at the bottom is being pushed up while the object is being pushed down on it.
No. That object on the bottom was pulled up because that buoyant plastic thing on top had pressure and it was able to lift it. That's called a pulling force. It pulled it up until it separated and it carried on going. And because the bottom plate is too dense, it sank.
Yep.
Literally a pulling force on screen. Wow.
Is that what you're saying?
This guy's confused.
No pulling forces exist. Yet you're showing a pulling force when you put it in. You just showed it many times.
Or would you like to demonstrate this pulling force that you insist is being shown? Because pulling forces don't exist.
Put a drop of water. Put a drop of water on that magnet and press that thing down against it and see what happens.
Does the magnet pull itself? You know what I mean?
Pull itself straight up, man.
He's hardly.
Goodness.
He's literally just going like this. He's not even trying to force
No,
that
he's not
water
trying.
to spread and cause hydrostatic separate. Lock.
He's dabbing. He's dabbing it.
He's dabbing it.
He knows it'll show him wrong. That's why.
Guys, this is again, I'm going to say.
Yep. Yeah. Sleight of hand, man. Sleight of
And
hand.
the funny thing is that people literally believe this bullshit nonsense he's pushing. That's how gullible people are.
Have you ever? Here's a good example. Have you ever been sitting in the summertime and you have your drink of tea or whatever else sitting on a coaster, and the condensation has been getting on the glass and everything, and then you go to
the
put the glass and the coaster comes with it, and as soon as you don't notice it, and as soon as you tilt it up, what happens? It slides and then drops on the floor.
That's right.
I know everybody's had that experience.
Absolutely. Coasters scare me all the time when I do that.
He's being
All the
dishonest
time.
shit right here, man.
He's doing this on purpose. He's he knows what's going on.
Do you know, Mr. Execrate, if you had to glue those two surfaces...
Look there. It hasn't even spread.
Yeah, he's just dabbing it in.
He's not even trying.
Yeah, then you only hold the top piece, the bottom won't fall.
And then
it's pulling force.
Oh no, they're bonded.
The water is literally pushing it against the plastic.
And then he slowed it down to make it look like it was holding longer. He slowed it down to make it look like he was slowly doing it. Misdirection. It's like, that's what he's trying.
Mm-hmm.
There is a low pressure system between the two bulkheads, and thus the pressure
not enough
is low as well. Low pressure.
Yeah, not enough surface area. It's as simple as that. Now it's going to it because the surface area is correct.
Are you serious? Low pressure is pressing it on.
The guy's trying to push it. He's trying to push it left to right to try and release it. You see that? Look at this. Look at this. Okay? You see, it doesn't work like this. But look when he turns it around, how he's trying to push it left to right all the time to release the pressure. Check.
The pressure is low as well. Low pressure is
Are you
holding
serious?
it out.
Low pressure is pressing it on.
Today I want to talk about hydrostatic pressure. What is it and what does it cause? Hydrostatic pressure has to do with the water pressure that's created around the foundation of your home. When there's a lot of water around your house, it has to find a way to level itself. And in doing so, it creates a tremendous amount of pressure on the foundation of your walls.
Yep.
For example, if you have a ball in a swimming pool and you push it down just below the surface, it's not too hard to hold it. But the further you push it down, the harder it becomes for you to hold.
Mm-hmm.
And then, when you let go of the ball, it comes flying out of the water, relieving itself of the pressure that was exerted on it.
There is a low pressure system.
I love how this guy's literally making our point to a T here.
Literally.
And not realizing how.
Wow.
Low pressure, high pressure.
Between the two bulkheads. Low pressure is holding it out. I actually commented to this, and I gave answers.
Yes, well, at least I allow comments from those who disagree with me.
The same space.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
At least I allow comment. Wow. Yeah, I bet you wouldn't allow the dirty comments that you kind of guys do. Guaranteed you wouldn't.
I'm sorry.
We don't give that type of comment.
I wonder if David Banner's still here. David, when we go over to Dell, what happens to us?
You get banned. Timed out or banned.
Anybody who's just associated with me gets banned and insulted. Weird that. Just for saying hello.
Yeah.
Literally, that's displacement.
Yeah.
But that's why it's saying now, because the vacuum cell
Yeah, it's still
between
stuck
the
there.
two.
There is no vacuum between the two objects.
There's not.
There is no vacuum between the two objects while he's literally got it on screen showing hydrolock pressure. That's a vacuum, you numpty. That's a low pressure.
It's basically the same thing as what a suction cup does. I mean, there it is. And there's a reason it's narrower at the top where you use, like his little object there.
Yeah.
It's the bottom, of course, has enough surface area to counteract the buoyancy of the air wanting to go up, so it stays down.
Yeah.
You turn it over the other way, there's not enough surface area to do that, so it goes back up. Same reason ships are bigger on the bottom than they are on the top. I mean, stop? What's wrong with you?
And what you're saying about suction cup is them suction cups, them rubber suctions that you press down or suck on. A lot of people wet them faster as well, so it sticks better.
I've literally seen people climb up buildings using suction cups.
Yeah.
Holding an object down with a magnet.
I am not holding the object down with a magnet.
Yes, you are. You got a magnet literally glued to that bottom perspex.
Yeah.
The magnet is holding that object down. Remove the magnet, what happens? It lifts up because the pressure of the buoyant object lifts that whole thing up until that equilibrium is no longer there. That pressure is released, and then it drops, and that separates and moves up. So once again,
It's getting longer.
But I want to be a real boy.
Only the bottom plate that the object's pressed against.
There is a low pressure system between the two.
There is not a low
objects.
pressure system between the two objects. It's two solid flat surfaces being pressed together. How could it?
Oh.
Oh my word. I wonder. I'm going to get quickly a drop of water.
Only a drop? I think you should get more than that. I think only a drop. That's way too conservative. I mean, I understand about the, conserving water and everything, but that's taking it a little bit far. One drop. What's that going to do? Right. I was looking at Elon's little army of robots they got now. Oh, I thought you meant to drink. Oh, my bad. Uh-oh. What?
What happened there?
What?
Weird.
Separated. Let's do that again. Uh-oh. The upward rising earth is pushing it.
Yeah, it looks like it to me.
Idiot.
Jesus.
It's an illusion. It's magic.
Low pressure.
It's an illusion, you say?
You do that with spoons, too. That's kind of cool.
Oh, he's gone serious now.
So,
He ain't playing around.
Well, that's like I said, that guy with this hard hat, and they put that drop of super glue on top of his helmet, and they stick him onto that thing, and he's hanging in the air. I was like, you could do that with a drop of water, man. Come on. That ain't no proof of the glue. That shit never works anyways.
Oh, look at this. Silly Wonka, and what exactly have we done to contradict ourselves? We told you the physics behind it. I literally just demonstrated the physics behind it. And the guy on screen that's telling us is wrong demonstrates it for us.
Flats, you're a wizard. That's what Roger's saying. You're a wizard, man. You made them things stick together.
Yeah, it's magic.
That's it. Witchcraft.
It's magic.
What is this witchcraft?
Is holding it on.
So the water above it's trying to get in the air.
And there is no way for water to get into an air pocket. As I said, it's a sealed solid object. So then what's pushing this heavy, dense plastic up against...
What happened? It pulled it up, so a pulling force, and then it moved, and then the pressure was no longer between there. So it separated, and then what happened? That went up, and that went down.
that plastic.
Literally, this is a demonstration of displacement.
Or as some would say,
It's just a relationship between the medium and the object that will either accept it or reject it, according to some.
What?
And then there
I know, shocking, right?
RDD. So the medium is going to reject the object, or the object is going to reject the medium. That's
or reject it, according to some.
What?
And then
That's the nature of displacement, my man.
That's right. What was
You can't
point in that? Yeah.
You can't. An object can't. You can't have two objects, piece of matter, taking up the same space at the same time. It's as simple as that.
I know. I mean, what happens when you headbutt someone? Your heads don't meld together, do they?
Exactly. I'm like thinking of Big Mama's house now.
What was it? I had a teacher, a science teacher. This guy was pretty crazy, man. He was really good. And one of the teachers in school that I actually enjoyed, and his class was right after lunch, and he knew that we all went out and smoked weed at lunchtime, and we come back and we're sitting there in the class, and he walks up from the back of the class, walks by me, punched me in the arm, and just kept walking. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? And he goes, he turned around when he got up to the front of the class, and he goes, I didn't touch you. And I said, what? You just punched me in the arm. He goes, but I didn't touch you. And then he started explaining how the charges in his atoms pushed against the charges in my atoms. And that's the precise reason.
Yeah, you're not touching each other, really.
Yeah. It was just like, and now here I am, 40 years later, over 40 years later, and I'm going, I still remember that lesson. I still remember that. It was just, that's how he was. He was a real demonstrative teacher.
That's what FTFE did. He says the same thing. He says, like, if a knife cuts you,
it doesn't really cut you. It's electrons around it that's cutting.
Yeah. Crazy stuff, man.
I remember when our teachers actually presented that to us, because they presented it with a basketball bouncing, and they're like, that basketball's not really touching the ground. It's just seeming to do that because it's actually got that space between it based on the electrons repelling each other.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
And that's all just, again, theory.
Yep.
Not science, not actual physics. It's just someone's belief system based on a thought experiment, a theory that they believe to be true. That's it. And people take it as fact.
Who was losing their shit on me? Oh, was that Andrew Johnson? He asked me if I believed in atoms, and I said, I've never seen an atom. I said, nobody has. So I don't know. It's a nice concept. I've also never seen a particle of air either. So
exactly.
Yeah, just because a concept works to explain it doesn't mean that's reality. It's just explaining it. It's a language.
Yeah, that's a good one, David. David says that's because that's just the FTFE's excuse because he attacked the old lady with a walking stick. Yeah, I didn't do it. I didn't touch you. It's the electrons.
Yeah.
Regarding RDD is going to reject the object, or the object is going to reject the medium. That's what?
So how is it without any change in the object or the medium, it's being accepted and then rejected, and then accepted and then rejected?
Real simple. The medium rejected that bubble object, and it was trying to reject that bubble object. But because it was against that bottom and there was no way for any more of the medium to get between the two, it was fighting. It was actually resisting each other. Okay, that's what was going on. As soon as that was broken, as soon as water was able to get between those two surfaces, then the medium rejected the other object because of the displacement factor, its relative
not hard to
density to the medium.
Yeah, it's not hard to understand. Everything has a ratio. It's crazy.
It is going to reject the medium. That's boom.
Pressure can be placed upon the underneath of that object.
Sorry. Is there an upward pressure
I think this
being
affects
placed
the
underneath
movement.
there?
Yes.
Last time I checked, the magnet is pulling the object down, correct?
No.
So the magnet is not pulling the object down. The magnet is not holding the object down that's trying to move up.
Of course it is.
So what? What we're going to do this again?
A bit longer. A bit longer. Ooh, out of the screen now. Out of the screen. Out of the screen. Pinocchio.
Yeah. Not pushing it up.
The plate it's resting on, the container, the water, the table, all that is being pushed up the directional vector indicated by a plumb line.
I'm sorry. Why would he need to put a magnet there to hold it down if everything was being pushed up?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah,
Not
Roger.
very bright, are you, Andrew? Sorry, PJ?
I'm saying Roger said this guy's a real Einstein. Absolutely, I'd actually compare him to Einstein. Yeah, absolutely.
The guy's what we would call delusional.
That is well.
Yeah, it's hydrostatic.
Yeah, it's showing hydrostatic weights and stuff. Okay, we can skip that because the whole time it's just us. And you see, that's where you got this idea, guys.
Right.
See,
forces of contact surface. Oh boy.
Even on that, yeah.
It's literally on screen. So in other words, because he doesn't understand what's going on here, we're wrong.
Yeah.
But this literally makes our point. On screen.
Of course. But of course we're wrong.
It's insane.
Is divided into 1, a rectangle above the curve, just like we did with the flat inclined wall from before, and 2, the weights of the remaining geometry, which can be calculated using everything we learned during the century and center of gravity main video.
Okay.
See people pick up 100-pound weight using a drop of water.
Can you demonstrate this, please?
One drop of water, two smooth surfaces, and you can lift it up because of the
Hydrostatic pressures, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. I did it earlier, remember? When I took those two puzzle pieces and I put...
Yeah.
I mean, has this guy... Let's, for instance, go... Remember when Mythbusters picked up a car with a vacuum cleaner?
Yep.
Ooh,
They struggled to pick it up with it just having the suction on the roof. When they extended the surface area, still used the same vacuum, they just extended the surface area, it picked up the car.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that.
He's not demonstrating anything that's, phenomenal.
Well, yeah, a lot of it's well-known, demonstrable, measurable physics.
He's just once again showing he doesn't understand physics.
But the error shown here, that's shown a great deal.
Wow.
He's literally making a point to the team.
It's completely different to how we see them. I mean, I don't know, understand how he thinks he's proved his point.
The guy thinks because he puts bigger arrows on the bottom and smaller arrows on the top because less pressure on the top, more pressure on the bottom. Why is it staying at the bottom? It's because of the pressure between the surface of the object and the other object.
Mm-hmm.
It's a low pressure system.
Exactly.
Relative density disequilibrium. We're pushing that.
They are setting the down direction, and then the relative density of the item decides where it displaces.
And that is why I'm not dropping. I want to know, where was Jaren in this discussion
Yeah,
when
where
we
was
did?
Jaren? Yeah, what the hell? Like, when did Jaren come into this?
So
Well,
I'm going to do this.
honest, man.
So I'm going to ask something. Do you know when Jaren's talking about that in context? He's talking about electrostatics potential. He's saying that is what gives its direction. We didn't talk about anything about electrostatics here at all. So this is another.
Yeah, but that shows that people use editing to deceive people, because that would make people think that Jaren was here in the conversation, and he wasn't.
Sandro, this guy is supposed to be a flat earther.
Yeah, flat earther.
He's a rising up earther.
He's a sideways glober. That's what he is.
Yeah.
Are they still going on about that rising Earth? I didn't even know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's the cult of the rising earthers.
I don't even bother with it.
I don't at all. I just saw this and we decided to check it out. And I was like, wow, okay, you're making our point. And now all of a sudden he's like, oh, these guys they don't understand physics. Literally, yeah. What's he doing? Dropping relative density disequilibrium because it does have evidence. It does have scientific backing, and it does show demonstratable reality. And
it's entirely dependent upon the medium in which it resides. So is a quantification of the relative density of an object within a given medium. So if we make the medium more dense in ratio to the object becomes lighter. If we decrease that, it becomes heavier.
Yeah, because it's all about the medium to object ratio. So it gives its unbalanced force, which causes it to accelerate. Mm-hmm.
Is going to reject the object, or the object
rejects the object as as the medium is rejecting the object.
He just made your point, so
God.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Oh.
Weird.
This is what you would call Dunning-Kruger.
to reject the medium. That's cool. Mm-hmm.
I am busy with that second video on relative density disequilibrium proven. That is such an old stream.
Yeah.
When I said that. That was how long ago?
Oh, I can't even remember now.
Wow.
A long time.
The sad thing is this exocrate is claiming to be a Christian as well. And he's against stationary, and he's very abhorred by it. Anybody that claims the Bible says they are stationary is not a Christian.
Really? You want to produce this? Offer some timestamps or something?
Sure, we can get, because he said it many times on many streams. Has he not attacked us personally on streams and stuff? Saying you're not a Christian because that's not what the Bible says, according to him?
He was an arsehole when he came on here. He's horrible giggle. I mean, he's acting as though like he's not very childish or anything here, but he was very childish and immature.
Mm-hmm.
I claim that if you're stationary Earth, you're not a Christian. I'd ask you more directly, but you had me muted and hid.
You're asking me directly on a video, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd ask you directly.
In your comment.
I love how he still thinks he's blocked on my channel.
No, he's not even blocked at the minute. You know what I mean? There was an exodus about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. You know what I mean? So you're not even blocked at the minute.
Everyone was given amnesty.
For a month now. It's been a month that everybody's been able to comment.
I said 2 weeks, a month.
It has been peaceful, though.
Yeah, and by the way, people usually get blocked for a reason.
Yeah.
Like Sean Hawkins. you get blocked and you play victim because you insult people and call them cunts
Mhm.
and assholes and liars and
That's
every other bad name that you can come to your mind.
he
So
shouldn't
that's why
even
you
be.
get blocked.
He shouldn't even physically be able to say the word liar because that's just him. Pure him. He is just a liar.
If you look up the word lie in a dictionary, Sean Hawkins would pop up.
Oh, he's under a few definitions in the
Devil
dictionary.
calling you a deceiver.
Yeah, he's under a few definitions in the dictionary, actually.
Oh, that's too low, man. Come on.
Comments. So what happened to relative density disequilibrium?
You just
The
demonstrated.
object was lifted in water, it didn't float to the surface.
Just demonstrated, dude.
They are setting the down direction, and then the relative density of the item
There we go.
decides
There
where
you
it
go.
just.
There you go. This relative density disequilibrium right now.
Oh my word.
Wow.
Always
Sometimes
made up point.
shit just
So
writes itself.
he made the point in the first video and the second video.
I never paid any attention to Rising Earth, but it's been fun looking at people debunking it. Like I learned from it at the same time.
Hey Sandra, at least Luch doesn't say it to your face. That's right. I know.
Oh,
unbelievable.
Forest man.
I thought it was ape when you look up ape because he looks like an orangutan sort of, or like maybe I don't know, or a
chimp.
gorilla or something maybe. Yeah, or a chimp maybe. I don't know. He has that look when he has the beard. The beard makes him look that way for sure.
Very simian-like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
he's got a man crush on you.
Oh yeah, he loves me.
Yeah, man. Every other day I see something come up where he's got something like Flatzoid doesn't know this. Flatzoid is ignorant about this, that, and the other. And I'm like, oh my God. And it's like slowly as he crawls up to 40 views,
Right.
My experience has
This
been
one,
that Glover's become
That
like
one, yes.
This one. That's Sean
obsessed
Hawkins.
with you when
Yeah.
you talk with them enough.
Oops.
Start ghosting you.
That's funny as shit.
Yeah, you see, the reason they haven't found the missing link is because the missing link is still alive.
That's messed up, bro. That's all
No doubt, right?
We're just having fun here.
His real name's Lucy Hawkins.
What? Lucy? Lucy, I get it. I get the joke now.
Oh, you know what? I was sitting there, I was like, that sounds so familiar. And then I was like, oh, that's because of Sadie Hawkins. The Sadie Hawkins dance, really.
Yeah. AKB, good to see you, man.
It's good to see you, man. Yeah. Okay, you guys have any closing statements? I want to sleep.
It's all been said before.
I think RDD was just proven now that well, he demonstrated it, didn't he? He was demonstrating that. I mean, I think that was his whole video was pointless. He just proved every single point again, and you could see that he was being deceitful in it. He was doing things intentionally, slowing the thing down to make it look like he was holding it longer. Adding a tiny drop of water and just dabbing on and off. Very deceitful, but manipulative. Yeah, that'll do for me. That'll do. Good stream, man. Good stream. Ethos
Ryan?
5. Jesus loves us.
Amen. Ryan? That one, yeah. Brilliant. That's brilliant.
Let's see. What do I have to say?
Not much usually, but now.
I've already said it. I mean, I said it at the beginning. I always call it. Well, I try to anyway. You know how I feel. What do I have to say? There's a lot of crazy stuff that we did today on the show. That first guy or girl, or whatever he was, seemed confused. I mean, I feel bad for him. To be honest with you, I do. I've been thinking about it. Like, even though we made fun of him, At the same time, maybe he's got problems or something. He's going through some issue. I was abused, so maybe it's something like that, that causes that illness. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out myself. Like maybe I'm that way or something. I just don't realize it. I don't know. But I've always wondered.
Who was you talking about? Who?
The first guy we had on the stream, where he tried to debunk the flat Earth model by just literally
That's right,
argue about a GIF, but he had a
looked like he was
trait.
wearing a wig and some girl's glasses and maybe fake.
He had a trait that's very
bra or
common in the anti-flat earthers these days.
Yeah. There's a lot of that.
I don't know what's going on with that, but there's something odd going on.
I wonder what it would be like to actually go out in public looking like that. I mean,
well, it's because space is fake and gay. That's it goes with the territory.
Fake is fake.
Gay too.
Yeah. Did you just say that inside out?
Well, you see, they think every time they read space, they read YMCA.
I don't get it.
It's good to be in the YMCA.
I can't believe that Trump comes out there dancing to that song at his rallies, and shit. I'm like, oh my God,
unbelievable.
That's crazy.
Don't they realize?
Right? Oh my God. You guys want to see a cute cartoon? This is cute. You'll like this. Lord bless this meal and the trucker who prepared it.
That's classic.
That's good.
Do you guys remember back in the day there was the Far Side?
Oh, I love the Far Side.
Do you remember the cows in the field all the time?
Oh yeah.
There was always a joke about the cows would be standing in the field and they'd be talking to each other, and then all of a sudden they'd call car, and they'd all act like regular cows again. And I always thought to myself, when I was a kid, I always thought, that might actually happen sometimes. I bet there's animals that actually do act like people sometimes when other animals aren't around.
Right.
I always wondered if you could catch them.
One of my favorites. There was 2 deer standing there in the woods next to there's a hunting season sign on the tree. And this one deer's got like this big red bullseye on his belly. And he says, wow, hell of a birthmark, Bert.
Man. That's funny. I actually remember that one now that you think about it. But I actually had a calendar. It was like 365 days. And for a while you could still buy. I'm sorry.
I got a few of the like coffee table books full of his cartoons and shit around someplace.
Yeah, I'd like to get some of those, but I don't know if they're even around anymore because books aren't. Well, maybe I can download it anyway. But
yeah, everything's download. You used to be able to go to a bookstore. Now they're getting harder and harder
I could still print it out on a piece of paper and then laminate it and make a book out of it if I really was hard-assed about it. But
there's something about a bookstore. Something about a library. The smell.
The smell of it. It's the people who are there. It's the quiet. It's the weird, dense, like ghosty effect that it has. Like there's some kind of like weird spirits moving around in there. I've always thought libraries were creepy and weird. And then when Ghostbusters came out, it just shot that right up. You know what I mean? Of course, I know that's all not exactly.
Sure, it's full of spelling and grammar, grimoire, which is where we get that. People don't realize words are magic. It's like we were talking in that definition of from Webster's of level. It's a deceptive use of words to manipulate the mind. A spell. It's a spell.
It has to be, right? It has to be, because otherwise, how has it got people like normal people gripped by it so badly?
Right. And so defensively.
Yeah,
so defensively.
Yes, like snap. They're like switch.
Part of the spell. It's like embedded within the spell is some kind of thing to convince you that you're normal, that there's everything is fine.
And I always notice that they get nervous and they start twitching and they start doing their little sign, like they start doing the weird eye.
Yeah. Like Laura Lodge.
Do you guys remember when we were talking about has that little twitch in his eye when he? Yeah, look, Keith's in there laughing because he knows it's true. Yeah. You know, you can see it in there at the Duper's Delight thing or whatever you call it. Yeah.
I was like, that dude's gonna start.
Are you really not
chewing
used to
on a
that beer
carrot
yet,
stick in a
bro?
minute.
Is that why you're doing that? You're doing this because you're not used to it? Yeah, it's getting on your nerves, tickling your face.
You were trying to do a Lord Lodge, the old.
The only thing that bothers me the most is whenever I have my shirt off and the hair from my chest, and I'm like sitting on the bed and I'm looking at the TV or something, and the hairs tickle between the two, and they tickle. Oh, that drives me crazy. That's the one thing I can't stand. It's like I gotta leave my shirt on when I'm laying down like that. Otherwise, they tickle. It tickles my face and it drives me nuts.
You must take a comb and comb it or shave it.
Yeah, there you
go. PJ, you got a show tomorrow?
Yeah, stream. I'm going to stream it 9 a.m. I've said for 9 a.m., but it's possible I could change it to 10 a.m. But set for 9 a.m. and I'll try.
Nice.
I'm going to put your interview of me and Michael on mine. I'll give it. Sorry.
I'm going to send you the thumbnail.
No, it's cool. Do you know what I've done? I've made a thumbnail of it, and I've kind of took a snapshot of the thumbnail you did when I was downloading it, and I've put that into the thumbnail. So it's cool. But I'll leave it for a day or two. Wait for you've got some views on it.
It doesn't matter, man.
Well, if that's the case, I'll put it on tomorrow afternoon after I do my morning stream. Is there a premiere or something? Because I dare say I've got a couple of viewers that you haven't got that have come to me while you know what I mean. Well, I've had my stream, and most of my viewers came from you to begin with. But I've got a few now that you know what I mean. So they wouldn't have seen it on yours.
It was a good discussion.
That'll be cool.
Yeah, it was a good discussion.
All them interviews were ace, man.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because Solve, apparently you taking over my channel now. So when must I hand you the keys?
Well, that means he got to start hosting the Flatback Bible Study Challenge too.
Yeah, that's tomorrow night. Woohoo!
We are doing a live on YouTube biblical commentary on the greatest book ever made.
And what's the name of the stream, Vara, tomorrow?
The Flatback Bible Study Challenge, bitches.
Part 3.
Yeah, what the fuck up? Didn't you hear what he said?
This is part 3, yes.
Love it. Nice.
Looking forward to it. That's going to be tomorrow night. That's going to be great. Sov, do you have a stream coming up tonight?
No, not tonight, but tomorrow night, Sunday night, 9:35 Eastern time. We'll be headed into daylight savings here soon. That means that our clocks here in the United States are going to be set back an hour. So for those of you that don't do daylight savings time, like Flatzoid, then that means I'll be on normally an hour earlier than I was before.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll do that Sunday night. Not really sure what we got going on there, but you can guarantee there'll be something. I was just watching, this guy, Tim Walz, our guy that's running for the vice president with Kamala Harris. He's come under a lot of attack for being kind of a cake boy, a wimp, a very like a feminine type dude. And so he's been trying to bolster his image up to be like he's a real man's man, So check this out. This is funny. Now, some of the more complicated shotguns I can understand, right? But this is a simple. Watch this guy. Watch this guy. I commented on this. I said, somebody take that away from him before he hurts himself.
Never fits quite right. Just not quite right. How do you give it back?
You guys holding?
Governor, what kind of gun is it?
This is a Beretta A400.
What the?
I bought it when I was shooting a lot of trap because it has a
shooting a lot of trap and you don't even know how to fucking load it.
Wow. It doesn't
no.
And it never fits quite right.
Wow. I guess he was supposed to hand it to him with the safety off and just let him or whatever, right?
This is a Beretta
and that's a Beretta. I mean, what did he say? It was Mr. Guns and
Beretta
Gear.
700. It was it.
Yeah, a Beretta A300, A400 series. It says, in all fairness to old tampon Tim Waltz, some semi-auto shotguns can be a little goofy to load if you haven't done it in a while. That said, the Beretta A300 and A400 series isn't one of them.
It's just one where you just feed the tube with it. You just
man.
hook them in there. You don't have to keep like popping it back and forth to get it in the right groove or whatever?
No.
Same.
So when did you say your clocks are going back?
When did I say what?
When did you say your clocks are going back?
I'm not sure what the date is, but here pretty soon.
Yeah, because
it's
UK's
always in the fall.
right.
I can look real quick. Let's see.
Yeah, because UK's are going back on Sunday, 27th of October. Is it? Hold on, second. Yeah, Sunday, 27th of October. At
Let's
2
see.
a.m.
Yeah, it says here for the UK that it goes back to soon.
Wow, we're 3
Yeah, 27th of October.
Yeah, it's November the 3rd. Here.
Oh, you're so we go back fast then, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, November the 3rd, and then 2 days later we get to have the clown show election.
Cool.
Oh boy.
Cool.
Yeehaw.
AJ, man, good stuff.
This is exciting. We live in exciting times, man. Because I'm looking. If Kamala Harris wins, do you know who's going to be more pissed off than anybody else? Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
She'll be so mad. You mean to
because
tell
she's
me
all in for the women's thing? Yeah.
you beat Trump and I didn't? What? She'll have Kamala killed, man. That's all.
Wow, look at that. Look at that cop, man, sitting on a bloody rifle. I got a shotgun.
Show that again. Show that again.
That was it. Yeah, it's cop sitting on a shotgun. I think.
What kind of gun was it?
It looked like a shotgun.
A double barrel.
Oh, a double. Okay. So you just basically shuck the shells in there like a single action, only it's got 2 barrels, right?
Right. You just it breaks, pop in your 2 shells.
Yeah.
And boom.
Right. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's always a good idea.
I mean, I don't know that much about shotguns, but I do own. Well, it's not in my possession, but I do own a shotgun that's a single action pump. Whatever. Whatever. But I always wondered about the doubles because I'd never shot one. I've seen them, and I've seen people shoot them, but I've never actually done it myself. But I figured it was pretty much the same.
2 different types of doubles, don't you? You get like one on top of the other, or
so 2 barrels mounted together, basically.
Side, over under.
Same kind of deal, right?
Yeah.
I've got a bullpup magazine-fed semi-auto 12-gauge shotgun, and then I've got a regular Remington 887 with the extended tube mag, door breech muzzle, and it's that thing's ready to rock.
I love the sound of it.
Yeah, that thing's loaded up all with slugs too, man.
I saw a TikTok or something last night. I don't remember. I think it was TikTok, but anyway, he was making these slugs. He took out the other stuff and he put in his own stuff, but he put this big old like slug that looks like a giant. I mean, it literally looked like a huge lead like pellet, like huge. It was like as big as the inside of it, and then he crushed it and then he fired it at something and it just exploded. I was like, holy crap, dude.
Yeah.
Like a buckshot. I guess, I think buckshot is even just larger BBs, right? But
it is, yeah.
What do they call it? A deer slug or something when you make it into a solid piece like a...
Yeah, well, it's pretty much along the lines of how a slug is. A slug is... But then they make the fragmentation slugs that once they hit the thing, then they spread out into different pieces.
Mm-hmm. Right, yeah, like blades or whatever, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I got some dragon's breath. I got some dragon's breath too.
Oh, I just saw a video about that. I saw that somebody shooting it up. I was like, holy crap, that would scare the crap out of me.
Yeah,
that'd scare a bear off for sure, bro. Like, I don't see any bear wanting to be anywhere near something like that, especially if you can do it more than once.
You can use that to start your campfire with, man.
Yeah.
Just stand back.
You need a forest fire, bro.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Burn the whole town away. Yeah.
I'm saving those for drones.
Makes me wonder. Maybe that's how they did it, huh?
Yeah. You guys want to have an awesome time. Jamie C. Level says he's got a special coming out soon for his Spooktober special, he says.
Nice.
So do stay tuned for that.
Yeah, I'll be showing that live at some point. I haven't showed any of these live. I never thought about it, but then I seen Roger doing it. I was like, yeah, I'm going to do that.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, definitely.
And then, okay, so I'll see you guys all tomorrow night for the Blackpack Special Challenge.
Ow!
Many, many blessings, and may the pressure be with you. Till tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Ta-ta.
Crafted signs of the divine. I'm made for something true. In God's plan, my path renews. journey long yet thin, purpose found in every day.